1999.
You're kidding, right?
No.
That was before I was born.
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
MSN Messenger.
Oh no!
Hello, stream, and welcome to
Rebecca.
Jamie's Old. I'm here with Jamie, or
No.
Cat, Damian,
Why?
Hello.
Kirv,
Hi.
and Vinny.
Hello.
We will be getting a Mortar, hopefully within the next hour or so. He will be, and I know we're late starting. There are reasons for that, but it's fine. It'll be a shorter session, but I don't imagine anything too strenuous will happen today, but we'll find out. And Romulus, again, will be missing for this week, but he'll be back next week. And we wish him well and hope that everything is going successfully with everything that is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you all sitting comfortably?
Yeah, I've got.
Does a bed of nails count as comfortable?
Sure. If you want it to
Cool.
be.
Wow.
Oh, and because I'm not going to forget to do this like I did last week, just as a general note, the campaign otherwise takes place on Tabletop Simulator. It is a custom world that I make, and the music is provided by Tabletop Audio, and that other one, which I don't use their music all that often, but they exist inside of the Tabletop Audio stuff.
And that other one.
And that other one, Apothecarier. There we go. An Apothecarier, which... Thank you very much for letting me use your music from your games. Okay. Right. Let us return to where we were, shall we? Good to have you all back. Well, most of you. I hope you are well rested, as this week you may be required. We got ourselves the rest of the journey and the adventure into the areas beyond. So let us begin this. Last time our party of adventurers, Cat, Damian, Kirv, Mortar, Romulus and Vinny, travelled along the road after their heated battle with a corrupted Noctarch, with the party otherwise having some friction between Kirv, Mortar and Cat. Vinny stood in and called for them all to be sensible and not argue in the state that the party was in. With the road now taking them eastward, they had several days of travel, which they spent bleeding out their tensions with one another slowly but surely, and giving general advice where needed. This helped for the confrontation that Vinny had stopped on those earlier days, with the party now in a ready state to talk about their gripes with one another. As this settled, the party was ready to sleep when they found themselves in the presence of a trader at the campsite that they were next to. With some recollection of the symbol on the individual's ledger, the realization of this individual being either a demolitionist, spy, or fence, they decided that it might be best to bed down for the night, with no further purchases in mind. With the days of the Aurora passing, and the night begins to get colder as the more hospitable climate begins to subside now that the twin moons have passed, the night begins, and you are all preparing to rest. So, who is taking watches? I am aware that Mortar has 2 points of exhaustion, so he can't.
Yeah. I will.
Starlight has 3 points of exhaustion, so Starlight's not watching.
Starlight should have 1 point of exhaustion currently, but
Oh,
yeah, she's recovered 2 because you've travelled 2 days, I believe.
nice.
I thought we'd recovered all 3 by now.
Oh, that's right. It's Mortar who has 2 because he did his fancy shenaniganry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. Starlight will have recovered.
Does that mean Starlight would have actually healed as well? Can I put
Yes.
Starlight back up to 19
Yeah,
points?
Starlight would have healed after that first night. There's not been any combat, so I haven't taken a look at any of that.
Oh, so this means that we still got to do hit die.
No, you would you should be at full health, and your hit dice should be, or your hit count should be at max again.
Oh, okay, I can get rid of that bit. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kirv will be taking a watch.
Okay.
I'll take one as well.
I could do the third.
Yeah, you can buddy up with someone. So we have Cat, Kirv, and Damian, and you wanted to do one as well, Vinny? So who did you want
Yes,
to?
yeah, I'll do one.
Who did you want to buddy up with?
I'll
Who do
buddy
you
up
have a
with Cat.
conversation with out of us?
Buddy up with Cat. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Jeff doesn't have, or Jeff 3, or Jeff the Third doesn't have dark vision.
No, he doesn't.
So
Cat now can see in the dark, and
Yes.
realise she can see in the dark.
yeah. So Jeff the Third will now have disadvantage on these perception checks.
Flat roll, wouldn't it be? Because he has advantage on.
Yes.
sight
So it'll
and-
be a flat roll.
No.
Yeah. And then Pilch and Eugene, I also believe, don't have dark vision, so they will be suffering with the disadvantage themselves as well if they're also perceiving. But you can otherwise let them rest if you want to. That's up to you. I mean, they appreciate a rest, but they don't necessarily need it.
Nah.
Work, birds.
Yep. Okay. Okay then. So you've set up your Learman's tiny hut, otherwise creating a dome of safety around yourselves as you all settle down. Starlight and Terrador are outside. Well, Starlight's hitched. Terrador is submerged. As the veteran guard who are standing nearby are also keeping watch. A campfire otherwise lit in the centre of the camp, and one of them constantly kind of keeping an eye out. Okay. So, Cat and Vinny, you take the first watch.
Okay. So, have we been able to make any sense of that message yet?
What, the one that the thing sent to the thing? The creature sent to the other person?
That one, yes.
No. Well, I have concerns. I mean, it mentions that I'm traveling with one of your ilk to the creature. So I'm traveling with family of, or someone that's related to this creature, this person. I don't know, it's very confusing. I don't really know. But considering how thrown back everyone was by that thing, I'm not suspicious of anyone. So either they just don't know. I mean, heck, we all have family that some of us just don't know about.
None of them are with us, though.
No, but one of your, I mean, it's that's they're related to the person. I mean, Romulus doesn't know most of his family. Well, he knows them, but not very well, and we don't know very much about Mortar's family at all. If he even has family, he hasn't really mentioned them, except for he's been alone for a long time. And Kirv's family, as far as I know, are farmers.
As far as I know, but the person the message was sent to, like, the two of them know each other, right?
Yeah, it's
And
this
the creature's
creature's
been-
servant.
And the creature's been sealed for a long time.
A very long time.
So whatever this other creature is, it must be very old.
It's true.
I don't know exactly how old Romulus's siblings are, but I assume they've got to be younger than that.
Yeah, that's true. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because that ruin was... That was very, very old. I mean, it was an excavation site. Hmm.
All I wanted to say is, have you thought about some of the other things we're traveling with? 'Cause it's not just the 6 of us.
But Jeff, Terrador, and the other 2 birds?
I'm not really thinking any of the animals would. And I guess we don't exactly know Starlight's backstory. It could be her.
Dude looks shifty at Starlight. Hmm.
I mean, inside check.
And now I understand why Damian offered you an apple.
An insight check on
Yeah,
Starlight.
go for
Alright,
it.
I'm doing this. It's what is Cat's insight? Cat's insight is -1, so that's a 11.
Okay. Starlight is resting and chewed on a little bit of hay convincingly, and then lowered Starlight's head to go to sleep. So,
Hmm.
but difficult to
What do you mean
read.
convincingly?
Well, it was only an 11.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Chris having to desperately improvise because Starlight secretly is the BBEG, but for different reasons.
Oh no. I don't know. I mean, the thing that's, if it's gonna be any of the animals, and I don't think it's anything to do with Kirv, but she has 2 familiars. Like, most of the case, you can only summon 1 familiar, and I've never even seen her cast a ritual to summon a familiar.
Skill issue.
Ah, damn.
I hate to say it, but I think she has a point.
Sleep Curve has an input on this.
Sick burn. Okay.
You hear a caw from nearby. One of the crows cawing at you. They both seem to be
I
listening,
mean,
as is what they've been told.
Yeah.
okay, let me put it like this. They might be weird demon birds, but I'm pretty sure even they aren't old enough. Whatever this thing is, I'm not sure it's a... I'm not sure it's a real creature in the same sense. I don't see how any body could survive for that long.
I don't either. I genuinely don't. I mean, they've got to have a presence. They've got to have a presence to some degree because they're now hunting me, and they've been waiting patiently. So, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I have no idea. This has thrown me off as much as everyone else.
Do you remember where we're going at the moment, Kat?
Yeah, the Ice King's domain to go and rescue a friend of yours from another one of your friends, I believe. What was a friend or traveling companion or someone that you knew?
I don't think it's Cassius that has a captive.
Oh,
only recently overtook us. If you remember, he bought the sword back in the village.
Yeah, yes. Oh.
Whoever it is that does have her, they took her somewhere. You remember?
Yes,
message?
yes. And they intercepted the message.
Yeah, from wherever it is they're holding her.
Yeah.
She said it was a temple.
Temple.
Or a shrine, or something of that matter. To a dead god.
Ah. Nah. So we
I
could
don't know
be
what they're
walking-
after, but it's something connected to my old party, which means it's possibly connected to me.
Okay. So, what do you think their agenda is? What do you have any idea what you think they could be after? What they could be wanting? Did your party stumble
Only
across
thing-
something you shouldn't have?
I don't know what we stumbled across, because my memories are sealed.
Of course, yeah.
Because I have that creature in my head, remember?
Oh.
Are you...
Seems to be a lot of playing with people's heads, isn't there? Yeah, I have no idea what that creature was either. I mean, it was strong enough to shove me out.
Okay, here's the thing. Based on what we were just saying earlier, I think maybe I do have some idea.
Right.
If the thing that's in my head, that's in my mind, can move between other people's, there's no saying how old it could be.
Oh. So the thing we're potentially pursuing could be the thing that is hunting. If it's old.
All I'm saying is there's a limited number of candidates for what your creature's servant could be.
Agreed.
Or its ilk, the one that's traveling with us. And I don't think it's any of the six of us, or any of your constructs, or any of the other animals. So how many more options are there?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. So, okay, maybe.
I didn't want to announce this in front of everyone, even though I know some people are listening in. But
I glare over at Starlight.
Starlight seems happily asleep from what you can tell.
Convincingly.
but I wanted to warn you.
Okay. Well, thank you for the heads up. At least I can go prepared. I mean, it should make sense. I mean, I've not seen very many people that are able to manipulate ascending. That's quite strong in itself. Okay. Okay, well, thank you for the heads up. At least I can prepare and we can all prepare. I hope your friend's okay.
Yeah, I hope so too. I just have to hope they need her alive or something.
I wish I could track people. I just don't know. But I mean, we might be able to find. If we can get to one of the guides, they might know location of some temples of fallen gods. I think you're onto something. Finding out about fallen gods is probably going to be the best lead that we can get, and then go from there. I'm just hoping it's not going to be some ritual or a trap.
I don't know why. I get the feeling that disrupting rituals is difficult and has unintended consequences sometimes.
Well, last
Just
time we
100%.
got someone new in the party, so you know.
I mean,
But no, that's sound advice, and I'll definitely take that on board. And I don't want to rely on this creature's power anymore either. So I'm gonna do my best to make myself stronger rather than relying on others to empower me. To support you all. We're a team. Oh, look down at Mortar. Look down at the rest. All of us.
Yeah. Just don't forget to let us help you sometimes.
Well, that's true, and I will take that on board. I'm not doing this alone, and I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Hey, heck, we've got to go back to the them robots some point soon. That's going to be fun. Yay.
Did you mention something about being able to teleport?
Well, I know it's a thing that exists because of teleportation circles, and I've taken notes of that, but it's a bit beyond my scope at the moment. I think I have a rough idea how it works, but honestly, I don't think I'm strong enough to cast a spell like that without consequences, at least.
If you dematerialize Mortar and then rematerialize him somewhere else,
is he the same Mortar?
but not necessarily in the same order, yes. Oh no.
But yeah, at some point when I've got a bit stronger, I believe I can teleport us back there.
That's a plan then. Whatever your things do, they make Sychania stronger, right?
I believe so. I mean, she got stronger, and I unlocked some degree of control over her. Well, we share abilities. Probably a better way of wording it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's become clear that that needs to be a priority. So,
Well,
as soon as we've done here and figure out what's going on with Carverne.
But if you ever need me to send messages, even just to your family or what have you, I can do that. Sometimes it's nice to just say hello and let them know you're okay.
might take you up on that sometime.
And I will happily help you. But should probably keep an eye out. I mean, the guards over there are also keeping an eye out. I'm also going to go and work on something for a little while.
Fair enough.
I have an idea for a spell that's going to help us all. Well, I hope it's going to help us all. I've been working on it over the last couple of weeks. Close to done. But if you need to talk or need anything, just say I'm literally right here. Also, since I made that deal with the creature, I can see in the dark. Like, crystal clear, see in the dark.
That's probably not good, actually. Although, I mean, it's useful, I guess.
Hmm. It's so bright. It's gonna take some getting used to. I wonder if you can turn it off. Gonna clap my hands, see if that works.
No.
I mean, I can't turn mine off. I don't know what it's like not to be able to, so...
Oh. Huh. Amazing. We'll see in the dark, buddies. Damian can't see in the dark. There's other guards
No.
around. Hopefully it should be fine. And he's
Well, he has the...
got the evil overlord of his starlight. I'm on to you. Canonically now suspicious of the hordes.
Okay, I want to be clear, I was joking. I don't think Starlight is evil.
Pterodor moves into position to snap Starlight in half.
Oh god, no! Oh dear. Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. I'm gonna go and work on my spell before something bad happens. But if you need
You go
me,
do
I'm
that.
here.
I'll keep watch.
No worries.
Okay. Vinny, go ahead and make me a perception check. Just a flat roll.
Jeff,
And- Yeah, Jeff gets his flat roll because there is light to see by. So actually, Jeff would get advantage on this still, because there's because the auroras are still in effect because it's only the day after the.
oh,
event.
amazing.
Yeah, so there's no disadvantage being applied here.
Jeff got 22.
Okay.
Jeff, that's impressive.
Yeah, I got a 7. So.
Okay.
I'm proud.
Yeah.
I'm
During
proud
the
of you.
night, there doesn't seem to be any particular things of interest. You do know that there seems to be like a small group of individuals who do move down the road, but then they keep going. That's the most that you get. They look to be either a group of scouts, possibly a group of raiders, bandits. You aren't sure. There's a lot of uncertainty about it, but regardless, with the bright light, you clock them moving down the road and they just keep going. Heading in the opposite direction to where, or coming from where you're going. So they're heading westward. Okay. With that, you bed down. Kat, go ahead and give me your 1d20 roll that you get to make. And I will add that to the spell stuff.
7 plus whatever stuff it.
If I remember
bonuses.
correctly, that will be just under the DC, so I believe that's an additional failure, but I'll add that and look that over in a bit. Okay. Who was on second watch? Kirv?
Yeah, I could take second watch.
Okay.
I would also like to talk to Filch and Eugene.
Okay. Give me just a mo.
Gotta get into character.
Gotta remember what they can
Channel.
do.
Channel your inner Filch and Eugene, Chris.
Uh-huh.
I believe in you.
Yeah. Okay.
Seen anything tonight, guys?
Only people walking by. The Centaur and The tiefling were talking about something. They were talking about who might be the bad guy. And honestly, that Vinny fella seems sketchy.
Why do you think he seems sketchy?
He was talking about a weird worm thing in his head. Talk about how is possibly the thing that the creature's tracking. The ilk, I think was the word they used. Other than that, they suspected you. They thought we couldn't understand them. Heh, fooled them that time.
What is an elk?
Think of it like a family member you don't like.
Do you think it could be me and I wouldn't know?
Maybe. Don't think so, though.
Do I seem elkish to you?
Probably.
Rolls off the tongue. Ilk. Ilk. I mean, I'm sure many of my family members don't like me.
I mean, you live with them, so probably.
Yeah. They're probably enjoying the break.
Maybe. Maybe I'll find out when I go back next.
Do you guys like being here?
Don't hate it. It's better than standing guard over some geese. It's more fun. More things to see. More smells to smell. More worms to eat. Just when you're not looking.
What do you mean, standing over geese?
Well, you know, that's what we do. Where do you think we came from? You don't think that all those crows that just stood around on the fence were just there for show, did you?
I thought you had nothing better to do.
Okay.
Wait, so we were being
I may have
watched the whole
underestimated your, never mind.
time? Oh, that feels so violating.
Why?
We were being watched.
We were watching the geese. It's our job.
Who was watching the geese on that day?
Looks at Eugene.
Wait.
Oh god.
And it all comes crumbling down.
Ah, it took you long enough.
Gotta clean up crew of their mess.
Oh my god!
I've been waiting. I've been
Okay.
waiting for this penny to drop.
So you were the ones that night?
No, I wasn't. Eugene was there, and so was Cousin Elith. Cousin Elith was the one who went from what he said he had to transform.
Transform?
If you remember, one of the crows transformed and became the larger version of what they actually are.
A huge crow.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm really sorry. When was this?
During your backstory. When the goose was first stolen.
And there was a huge...
Yeah. During the event of it, you ran after the shadowy figure that took the goose, and then you watched as one of the crows made a lunge towards them and transformed into a massive crow.
Oh,
Mega
yeah.
crow.
Oh. So what happened to Elith?
Cousin Elith is still there. He's more valuable than us. And we can't transform.
So some of you are stronger than others.
Yeah. Cousin Elith, he's not one of the best, but he's one of the ones who was born with the gift. The rest of us, well, we're just young'uns. We got to earn our wings. Eugene lost his.
His wings.
And it's a figure of speech. He used to be able to transform.
Eugene.
Yeah?
Get out. Sorry.
Eugene was talking to Filch. Oh my god.
Oh, God. Sorry. My brain is trying to process a lot right now. Eugene, you used to be able to transform.
Yeah.
Why not now?
Not allowed. Boss
Not
says
allowed.
so.
Why?
Boss said
Because you were
so.
there?
I fucked up.
Didn't know you could swear, Eugene.
I can do a lot of things, or I used to be able to. Eugene kind of gives you a 1,000-yard stare, single tear beginning to roll down his feathery cheek.
Oh my word, Eugene. I
This
didn't
is
know.
where in any TV show or movie there will be a sad violin or string quartet playing.
Do I have a sad violin? Don't think I have a sad violin.
Eugene
do
starts
you?
telling his backstory between tears draining around his beak.
I don't have a sad violin, but I have that. I have that. Ah,
Oh my gosh.
you're welcome.
And so what? The boss said you couldn't transform anymore, and now you can or you don't.
He took away my privileges. If I transform now, I don't come out right.
Could I see it?
Mm,
Oh.
if you order me to do it, I suppose so, but I don't want to.
I'm sure it isn't that bad.
Eugene just stares. You gonna force him to transform?
I'm not gonna force him.
Hmm?
I'm not gonna force him.
Then he's not gonna transform.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So were you sent to look after me because of what happened?
Sort of. When your weapon, given to you by the boss, was, when it got stronger, we were able to be sent to you. It was a raffle to see who got to get sent. I'm looking for promotion. Eugene's looking for redemption. That's why we're here.
Oh. So what are your goals, Filch? You wanna
I want to be
you
able to
wanna go up in
transform.
the world?
Yeah.
Oh, what
Want
do
to
you
be
wanna
able to-
turn into?
Same as what Eugene used to be able to. One of the Scarthins.
What's a Scarthan?
Big bird, 6 wings.
Oh, yeah. I
Shoots
can see
feathers
why.
made of eldritch energy.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure we'll get to the other side of this. Getting what we want, guys.
Yeah,
Redemption, promotion,
sure we will.
home. Eugene, since you were there, I don't suppose you have any knowledge about what happened that I don't?
The individual was, shadowy and humanoid. Looked real suspicious. He was pretty fast, too. Or she didn't get a good
Oh.
look. And could summon plant things.
Yeah, I noticed that. At least you guys could fly. The vines it was making, that whoever they were dragging me down.
Yeah, I got my toes stuck in between two of the boards on the fence.
You have toes.
He lifts up his feet, and there are these little claws.
Oh. Oh. We'll figure this out, guys.
Yeah, hope so. Don't want to be stuck with this guy and you forever.
Oh. Oh, just when I was beginning to like you, Filch.
Yeah, I knew you did. That's why I said it. Can't get us being too chummy. Okay.
Yep.
Rest of your watch goes by peacefully.
Mhm.
No events take place. And move on to the final watch. Damian.
Me and my... Hang on, can I see?
Yes, you can. The auroras are still out and there is a fire lit, so currently you are able to see.
Oh, thank goodness for that. That means I can actually, do things. What would I do? This is what I actually look at my inventory and work out what actually I got. I mean, odds are I'm probably going to be taking my watch and sort of handling my sliver of peridot and just sort of not meditating per se, but trying to focusing on the energy whilst also keeping an eye out around.
Yeah, almost like idly calming yourself while retaining some sense of duty. So focusing, in a way.
Yeah.
Okay. You otherwise sit there and look out. You watch as the first of the three suns begins to rise in the far east, painting across a landscape as you begin to watch as the first snow begins to fall, otherwise pittering down and beginning to slowly rest on the ground. You note that the air inside of the dome is quite warm and nice, but you imagine that for there to be snow outside, it is beginning to get cold.
Yeah.
Right. You did all buy cold weather gear, but still, just as a general note, now is the time you'll need to start wearing it.
No, I thought it was just, for inventory decoration.
That too. And to make your gold disappear. But
Yeah.
you otherwise kind of take a look out, seeing this snowfall. You watch as the gnome from the caravan over otherwise climbs back out of the back of the caravan earlier than the rest of you, and you watch as the guards begin to otherwise prepare and they pack up and they begin to head out. One of them kind of gives a nod and a look into the dome, assuming that one of you is keeping watch as the cart begins to roll away.
Yeah.
The dome begins to break down as your party wake up, and your 8 hours of sleep and long rest has passed. So for Mortar, he has now lost one of his 2 points of exhaustion, and hit count wise, you should be back to max for all of you, and you have otherwise benefited from a long rest.
Nice.
So, what would you like to do?
I'd like to insight check Starlight as I, sort saddle, etc.
Yeah, insight check Starlight.
Just want to make sure that Starlight isn't had a good night's sleep, etc.
Yeah?
Does Starlight want one of the probably completely and utterly rotten apples that I've currently got in my inventory? Because I can't imagine they're fresh any longer.
What an evil cruise.
Okay.
Would that be an insight or would that be animal handling?
I'll say animal handling for this.
Okay, so that's a 9.
Okay. Starlight is Starlight, and as you try to give her one of the rotten apples, she kind of shuns it out of your hand and begins to sniff through your pack in an attempt to get other bits of food.
Can I discern from Starlight's investigation as to whether any of the apples are in good condition?
Let me roll an investigation for Starlight.
Oh.
Yes. Starlight rolled a 10 plus 0 and finds one good apple.
That's it.
That's it. So you can move all your apples off your inventory. They're all
5 pounds of apples.
Yep, ditching 5 pounds of now very bruised and a few mouldy apples.
Yeah. I collect a few seeds, a few pips.
Okay. You're going to plant them
So
in Starlight
I'll add that
later
to
and
my
watch the tree
inventory.
grows from her back.
Apple pips.
Oh, you could plant them in Terrador and Terrador could turn into a Torterra.
Successfully harvest
No!
10 apple pips.
Why not?
God.
Okay. You collect the apple pips and put them in either a small bag or sack of some form at your side.
Yep.
And go from there. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do before breaking camp and travelling on?
Kirv notices that people are being a bit weird around Starlight, and Kirv would like to use her beast speech in order to see what she's saying.
Okay. Starlight isn't saying anything currently. She's
Suspicious.
She's kind of amberly. I'll say this: you don't pick up anything. Like there's no actual speech. But as Damian goes to try and feed her an apple, she goes, "No, I can smell there's a good one in there." Just kind of nudges it out of the way. Let me have a look. You aren't looking properly. And goes and has a look through the bag and pulls out an apple. I knew there was one in here.
Oh. Can I ask her how she's doing this morning?
That will go down very well with male Starlight.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, do it.
No,
That's fine. You go over and you ask Starlight how he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, I called Starlight she because I forgot Starlight was male as well.
Yep, everybody did.
Yep.
I only know it from a female Starlight, so...
I only know that Starlight has died twice on the Minecraft server, so, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, morning's been pretty good. Wait, you can understand me? This is the first. I've been talking to this one for ages. He hasn't learned anything.
I see this conversation suspicious.
I should have called the session suspicious.
Well, not everyone's as much of a quick learner as I am.
Okay. Squinty eyes at you.
Have you seen anything suspicious?
Only a tiefling talking to me for the first time despite travelling with us for at least a week.
And now I see why I don't talk to you.
Why do you choose to talk to me now, huh? Huh? Surprisingly convenient, isn't it? When you want something, you ask. But no, you don't talk to me when I need to vent, when I need to talk on my own. I've spent the past few days exhausted because of you guys being stupid.
We can hear Kirv talking to Starlight.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to use my ring of speak with animals.
I'm
What are you
gonna
guys talking
stare
about?
intensely.
Oh, another tiefling that can talk to me. Oh, is this how it is? All you tieflings can do it? You just choose to ignore me? Stupid.
I wasn't ignoring you on purpose until I knew you were a racist.
I ain't racist, just you guys don't talk to me. I've been part of this party for as long as you have, and yet you don't talk to me. You talk to the chump I carry around just because you think he's in control. Where he wants to go somewhere, I'm the one who walks there.
Is Damian just hearing lots of neighing going on?
Yes.
Brilliant! And he's really confused now because he's like hearing a
Yeah.
tiefling and another tiefling neigh.
The cat comes up behind Damian. I'm suspicious of your horse.
I'm suspicious of the other two, but sure.
There is something going on.
Partly concerned I'm going to get chucked off my horse at some point today and thrown in a frozen puddle or something.
As long as you don't shove an apple in its face, it should be
Ooh,
fine.
that's a good idea. You should do that.
Do you know that they... Do they know that I can hear them?
I think they know you can hear them.
I ain't gonna chuck him off my back. I mean, we've been together too long.
Oh,
Ain't that sweet?
It's a trap! Try and let your guard down.
Saying
I don't know-
all
don't know
that
what the
into a
context is.
trained warhorse is just...
We're gonna go somewhere. We wanna go today. Then let's get moving. I'm only carrying him, despite you two now talking to me. Oh, and Kirv, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You tell those if those birds bother me anymore, I'm kicking them.
You are very welcome to do that.
Excellent. You hear that, boys? Wes looks up at them, and you can just see that Filch has decorated Eugene with horsehair.
Oh.
At least the peacock behaves itself.
When I get back to Paloon or in that general direction, I've got to talk to the person that I got this warhorse from and say, how did you get it from New Jersey?
Where I came from. I was born and raised.
Hey, I'm trotting here.
Hey, I'm trotting here.
God.
yeah. After the way the last session went, this was not the inter-party conflict I was expecting.
It's a party conflict. Eugene is an idiot. We already knew that, but now he's more of an idiot. And Starlight has a New Jersey complex, apparently. So...
And is evil.
And is evil. Yeah, of course.
Oh, easy there, cat. Easy.
You talking to me like I'm a horse?
To be fair, he's right.
It's not, boss.
Well,
Don't take it personally. I'm half stupid because I'm a human. So you know,
that's true.
you all come with quirks.
Half.
You just came with two extra legs.
All terrain, baby.
All right, Starlet. Well, let me know if you see anything suspicious. All right.
Sure.
Yeah, there's two tieflings talking to a horse.
I'll neigh real loud.
Got it. Guys, is
If we hear
Starlet
you
going
neighing loud, we'll know that
out?
there's something suspicious going on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Either the party's in life-threatening danger, or there's a piece of rope that looks a bit like a snake.
Quite
Ooh,
possibly.
You gained someone?
Hey,
Hello,
look,
hello.
hey, look who just woke up. As Mortar
Dan,
wakes
no
up from
hints.
the...
Guess which character is talking right now.
Can you repeat the hold on, repeat the accent while I don't look at the Discord thing. Just repeat the accent for me.
Hey, look who woke up.
I mean, I'm pretty certain am I trying to guess the character or the player?
No, the character,
The character.
the entity, party member.
I nearly said I feel like that's Eugene or Finch ever, or like Filch ever? Finch or Filch was it?
It's
It's the shadiest member of the
those two?
party now.
Well, I know Mortar's accent like anything, so
not Mortar.
Oh no,
I'm pretty certain that's not Mortar.
shadier.
Shadier than Mortar? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kirv doesn't sound like that. No, honestly, I'm not sure. Hit me. Who is it?
Starlight. Damian's horse.
What the fuck?
He's shifty, man.
They can't speak with that. They can't
Mortar
speak
does
with animals, and they've only just learnt that
Mortar
Starlight is from New Jersey.
Mortar does like a full double take as his eyes roll into the back of his head and he passes out again.
Oh, I ain't carrying him. Pterodor, it's your turn. I know you can't understand me yet, but you will one day.
I'm just looking at him going, you killed my father, prepare to die.
The next settlement.
My name is Pterodor.
Stop speaking Starlight Bratburst.
Okay. Okay. Should Pterodor, can you carry him again until he wakes up? We
Pterodor
should probably
nods.
start hitting the road before,
Sorry,
snow.
how many levels of exhaustion do I have? still, Chris?
Just the one at the moment. Yeah.
Oh, just the one actually.
Yeah, we just got through a long rest. You only had the one because the
amazing.
party had some interesting revelations with Eugene apparently being the one on guard who fucked up when Kirv's goose got stolen. We had
Wait, what?
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
Eugene was
no.
on guard and he messed up as well. So as a result, that's why Kirv's here.
No.
We've also learnt that Filch is looking for a promotion, and
That's why
that
he's here.
and Vinny suspects that the creature or the thing of ilk might be the thing that's in his head stopping him from accessing memories.
Or Starlight.
Or Starlight,
Or
who
Starlight.
has become the
Starlight.
suspect number one. It's going to be like Penguins of Madagascar, where they all think it's the sheep.
It really is.
They all think it's
It really is.
Chris described the eating of hay as. How did you describe it? It was
convincingly.
yeah, convincingly eats hay. Hang on a second, that sounds sus.
Does that mean we can roll insights on someone eating hay?
I did.
What did I miss?
I rolled.
I truly missed the best mission of D&D.
Fine, we're yet to hit the road.
Yeah, this is going to be entertaining when Starlight neighs loudly and it's just a normal neigh, and the other two are panicking like, "Oh no!"
Oh yeah, Starlight said
It's
that
not
if
even a
he
day, it's just
neighs
him
loud, then something's suspicious.
Okay,
Oh,
something suspicious.
good to know. Good to know.
You told me it's my horse.
Okay.
Yes, obviously.
What?
How do we know that?
Starlight didn't say anything bad about me. Did
Probably. How do we know
Damian-
that Starlight's not
Damian
leading us
wasn't-
into a trap?
We're leading Starlight.
I don't know.
Damian's just wandered off a bit and is sort of sulking to himself, thinking that Starlight's dobbed him in for something.
Starlight wanders over, begins to kind of nuzzle you a bit, and then begins to go rifling through your pack again in search of food.
Just empties on the ground and harvested some bits from.
Common thievery.
Damn, he's love bombing.
To be fair, there is still. Oh, actually, is there? Yeah, there's still some feed.
Yeah.
There's still some horse feed here. There's like 30 pounds of it.
Yeah, you got plenty of horse feed in your bag, so
That's what I do. I just sort of use my gauntlet and get some horse feed out and just sort of
Starlight begins munching on it.
stroking.
Mortar will see the horse feed and he'll go, oh, can I get some of that?
Oh gosh.
Mortar, no.
Hey, what are you... Is
We
Romulus going to be cooking us more?
Romulus otherwise looks over at you like halfway through mid-cooking breakfast and goes, "What, my stuff not good enough for you?" That's not Romulus. Romulus.
No, I like that. That's
What?
yeah.
My stuff not good enough for you?
This is like Romulus with like an Arnold Schwarzenegger twist. It's like, ah,
Yeah.
My food not good enough for you.
You've activated angry Romulus. Oh no.
I go into a rage.
Before beating up Mortar goes
I'm
into
gonna-
a montage.
I'm sorry, Dan, but if you kill Oktar again, I'm turning into a barbarian with that voice.
Dude, if you do that, I will be the happiest man in the world. You would only be hurting yourself.
You'll have 3 barbarians in the party. Aye.
Just all of them going like, "Ow."
Yeah.
What
Oh
if they just
no.
harmonise the ows? They just
Oh.
harmonise the ows. Walter looks at Romulus and goes, "Sure, man. You play me up what you can."
Okay. Romulus plates up
I
some
just feel
breakfast
like I
for
have
all of
eaten
you.
for a whole day.
Romulus plates up some food for all of you. Otherwise, using what he can, he otherwise makes up what would be a simple bacon and eggs, but it's not bacon and it's not eggs. It's small potatoes, but it's breakfast all the same, and mixed in with a few herbs, spices, a little bit of a sauce he's made on the side.
Tell me what spices.
Saucy.
I don't know. Romulus has a bag which just says bag of spices and
It is
has
true.
and then just has the poundage. That's all he has. Like
You're really ruining my immersion, Chris.
Did
I was
he
gonna
have
say, Chris,
did he
God.
have one in 20 parsecs to get the spice?
let me
I was going to
see.
say, Chris, I would like to roll survival on the bag to see what spices there are in there. I have a +7. Give me some good answers, please. Get your shit together.
Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead and roll. Because you want to know what the description of it says?
Yeah, no, you know
Seven-
what, Chris? Save it for when I roll. No, save it for when I roll. Oh,
Okay.
Where's my corner?
Oh, your corner's
You've got
moved.
a new area.
You got this area up
I don't have
here.
my corner anymore.
No, you
You're like
haven't.
Sheldon when someone sits in his spot.
You've gained an actual location.
Yeah, you've gained real estate.
Oh.
So
Are you
it's
telling
still-
me that after however many sessions I've been with you guys, I'm actually a part of the game now?
Yeah, though you lost some.
It hasn't helped though.
You know what, Chris? That's appropriate. You know what? That's appropriate. That's a solid 10. Give me the deets.
You sneak over to the bag to see what possible spices it can be, and you go to look in the bag, and Romulus otherwise kind of catches you looking. But you get a glimpse of the label, and it says 7 secret herbs and spices, which is its
Oh.
literal description in his inventory.
I will cock my eye at Romulus and step
After
away
the
while making the
attempt-
I'm watching you I'm watching you hand motion.
He then otherwise proffers another bag and shows you that it contains mint, rosemary, thyme, basil, chives, dill, lemongrass, rosehip petals, black tea leaves, and dried lavender.
Whoa, good
Fantastic.
job.
Along with
Is that written or
that
did
is
you
that
do
is
the
no, that's written. Along with salt, sugar, paprika, and flour.
I am
And
very
cheese.
terrified that
Why does he have cheese in the spices section? Okay.
Why does he
Cheese
have
powder?
salt in the spices
Oh, he
section?
also has copious amounts of brown sugar, cinnamon, white sugar, black currants, and giant alligator.
Oh yeah, we killed
You
the
know what?
alligator and he got bits of it, didn't he?
That famous spice, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
even gonna question that.
I mean,
Not even
after
gonna
the
question.
after the barrel of drugs, I'm still suspicious about everything that's just been listed there.
Oh, and he has a flask. He has 3 flasks full of animal fat.
I mean, you've got to be a drug runner, right?
Of course, it's Romulus. No one's going to stop him.
Oh man. So where are we right now?
Currently, you're on the road. You've just woken up next to the campsite that you were in last night. We just had the long
Okay, so
rest with all
just
of the
like the
conversations.
start of a new day,
yeah.
is it?
Start of a new day, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
So, you travel along the road for a better part of the day. Whose turn was it? Was it to roll next? Encounter-wise?
No idea.
Was it mine?
Maybe?
I believe it was either your... Yes, because Vinny rolled and then it was you who was rolling because you were in the corner. So yeah, go and now you're at it. So go ahead and roll me the 2d12 then, please.
2d12s, okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Do. 9.
Okay, 9.
Okay.
We were looking for a thoroughly average number. I feel like that works.
9. Go ahead and roll me 2d8, please.
Okay. That is a 11 total.
Okay. As you're otherwise travelling, your journey seems unimpeded. The roads are otherwise quiet after the recent activity and the constant movement from people moving to and from. There is light snowfall, but nothing heavy by any means. It remains fairly clear. The clouds are there, and it's a nice, kind of a pleasant day, surprisingly, and it maintains itself as such, as the auroras hold the sky above you. Otherwise, keep note of that and just hold on to it. As you otherwise begin to approach, as night is not necessarily falling, but sun is definitely setting. The day of travel has otherwise passed, and you are now approaching the outskirts of what looks to be some form of village. You can see 2 standing buildings, what looks to be a small chapel and a tavern of some form, along with a large amount of caravans and tents and individuals in various groups or packs. You can see large numbers of Orcan individuals standing around campfires, talking and chatting. You can see people strung up with armour and weapons, otherwise ready to go, mercenary or veteran-style individuals. You can see plenty of what look to maybe be townsfolk of some form, otherwise in their groups pulling tents too, or carrying baskets of various bits, and those who are selling stuff are otherwise beginning to wind down for the day. There are no lights necessarily for the exterior, but outside of campfires, and as a result it does begin to give off like an air of, almost an eerie air of insecurity with the darkness beginning to set in. But you can see that the inn is otherwise there, and the main thing that you otherwise note as you do enter is you can see that there is what looks to be a group of individuals who, as you enter, begin to break up and kind of head off to different sections of the town, possibly a town meeting or a chat, you're not entirely sure. But the individuals otherwise head off. One individual otherwise kind of steps down from what looks to be a small box they were standing on, kind of picks the box up and wanders off to their own tent. Another individual, what looks to be more of a tiefling individual, kind of a white skin complexion, or snow white skin complexion, we'll say, and what looks to be greying horns that otherwise rise up above their head. The other individuals, Orcan in various varieties, children, adults, men and women of all ages, seem to have just been standing around listening, talking, you're not entirely sure, before they head off to their own sections of and groups. So, with this otherwise sporadic array of various groups as you begin to roll and walk into town, a large earth elemental travelling behind you, a number of individuals note your approach but do not seem aggressive. They are wary, by all means, a number of them clutching at weapons in a moment of like, okay, a group of strangers wander into these lands with a giant earth elemental behind them and armed to the teeth with weaponry.
Oh, it's alright, Starlight. I'll see if there's some fresh apples. Somewhere for you to stay for tonight.
I'm gonna try and give a friendly wave to people as we go.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a persuasion or performance check of your choice.
Is this caliber of, because you said this is like a mercenary area, right?
It varies. There are a few of them that look like they're more gatherers, others that might be farmers that just come and stay here during the day. They don't have permanent homes. There aren't houses here. There are tents and kind of large set-up pull-to caravans, but not really anything outside of that. So there's no permanent housing. There are a number of people who are mercenaries.
Yeah, that's more what I was insinuating. Do I recognise any of them from Dry Dock? Could any of them be from that area?
It'll be Dry Deep is
Dry Deep,
place.
sorry.
No, that's fine. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. You would have advantage on this, but I'm going to say you have disadvantage because if there is anybody here, then they're going to be hard to spot in this crowd.
Disadvantage I would also have disadvantage
Oh,
anyway
yeah,
because
because
of
you're
my
exhausted.
exhaustion level.
Yep, that's fine. Vinny, what did you get on your
And
check?
persuasion was a 16.
Okay. People seem to be a bit more, as you kind of wave friendly, there's not necessarily less suspicion, necessarily, but the people seem to be more like, okay, so these people are probably just travelling adventurers, coming through town. So long as they don't cause any trouble, then we have no issues with them. And they take their hands off weapons and go back to business. Okay. And perception there, Mortar?
I got 16.
16. Looking around, there are a number of mercenary groups. None of them seem to be of a group that you particularly recognise. Your groups were typically more smaller groups, maybe 1, 2, or 3 at most, and they were more for bounty
Little
hunting.
bands of skirmishers, more like.
Yeah, a lot of these look like almost warband parties of 10 plus members.
More like heavy duty parties rather
Yes.
than little skirmisher groups.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Alright, cool. No worries then.
Can I see anywhere that might do apples?
There are a number of merchants who are closing up. Go ahead and make me an perception or investigation check of your choice.
I feel like after being talked to by members of the party, Starlight needs a treat.
That's fair.
I
Yeah.
think I'm going to be fine. It's more than an 18. Would you say investigation or perception?
Yep, of your choice. Yep.
It's a 20 regardless.
Dirty 20.
No,
So, I'll say looking around, you don't see any apples. Or at least not the ones that you're used to. And as you begin to look around, you don't see any red apples that particularly stand out. But you do see what looks to be a handful of kind of these bright limish green coloured apples. And you otherwise note them and head over to the stall. What looks to be a female draconian, kind of pale white scales, standing behind the stall as she's beginning to pack up what looks like other bits of produce, root vegetables of all kinds, what look to be sweet potatoes and turnips and parsnips. They're all being packed up and being moved by the looks of it.
Hi,
Hi.
do you have any apples?
I have some. They ain't gonna be... Well, yeah, I have apples. And otherwise gestures to the crate with the kind of the green, bright green coloured apples in them.
Eating apples or cooking apples?
Eating apples.
Okay.
They can be used for cooking too.
Um,
Maybe a bit sour if you're not used to them.
okay, but I'm hoping that I've led Starlight with me.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I just sort of check if my steed is happy with them?
Yeah, go for it. As long as you pay for the apple,
Yo, let me-
regardless of what happens to it.
Let me talk to my horse right quick.
Huh?
I just said, let me talk to my horse right quick.
Yeah.
just behind the hand, just whispering, "Is this apple all right with you?" Already now.
Starlight otherwise begins to sniff and goes to bite one of the apples. Do you stop it?
I'm gonna pay for it regardless.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. She bites into it. Let's see if she likes it.
Explodes.
She bites into it, and you can see that there's kind of an initial, like... There's an initial, as she bites into it, like, the mouth opens slightly. He stamps his hoof on the ground in that moment, kind of shaking his head, and then kind of bites down on the apple, and you have to otherwise hold Starlight back from eating the rest of the crate.
Yes.
These are Granny Smiths, and you have now brought Starlight to the world of Granny Smiths, and you will not go back. You are going to have to get these imported from the south.
I was going to say.
Ooh, could I have £5 if possible, please?
Sure, sounds good to me. Otherwise takes the crate, pours out half of them into a sack, and kind of hands you that. There you go, that'll be... Otherwise looks at the weight, that should be... that'll be 5 silver, please.
Yeah, no worries. There you go. Give over 5 silver.
Okay, thank you kindly.
Thank you. And then I turn to Starlight and say, right, these are going to keep for the next few days. So you can't have too many immediately, but you clearly like them.
Yeah, Starlight unfortunately only got a 6 on his athletics check to try and get an apple from the bag. Before you pull the bag away and stop Starlight from nabbing anymore.
No, hang on. Look, I know they must be tasty. Just don't tell anyone when we have one each. A bit later. But yeah, we'll have them when we're settled in for the night. Yeah.
Starlight blows hot air in your face, and then
Yeah, sounds
waits.
about right. But
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be good. You can hold on. I can hold on. Damian's thinking, well, if Starlight likes them, these must be nice.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. I'm one of the only people in my family who likes Granny Smiths.
We've just got this image of a few days down the line where Romulus wakes up and discovers that most of the sugar's disappeared, and there's Damian brewed some Granny Smith cider.
Not gonna lie, I was half expecting you to say it's like Damian goes missing for a few days, we find him, he's just passed out in an alley surrounded by apple cores.
This becomes an episode of D&D CSI. Did Damian die? Cyanide poisoning.
Well, I mean, there's many.
Could you solve it immediately?
There's a horse which is just gently nuzzling and keeled over.
Well, you know, there is
Damian.
a mini campaign that is going to be taking place on Friday, which we could discover how Damian died.
Oh, interesting.
Anyway, so you otherwise acquire some apples. Is there anything the rest of you would like to do?
It's
Acquire a
getting towards
room.
the end of the day, right? Yeah, I was gonna say let's find a place to stay.
Okay. You go into the inn. As you otherwise head in, you note that it's not marked. You suspect that with it being the only inn for a good, maybe, from the way you've come, at least 5 days of travel, it doesn't need to be well marked to be well known.
Okay.
But you otherwise head in, and you can, as you otherwise head into the space, it's relatively packed with individuals. You can see a lot of the tables are full. Individuals are otherwise sat in, enjoying a nice meal, and otherwise kind of chatting with one another and just getting along as need be. Drinks are otherwise handed out to and from between groups, and you can see that there are quite a few servers amongst this inn/tavern. You can see that the main table or the main bar otherwise lies to your left and is surprisingly available, with all of the tables pushed to the right and the back portion of the room.
How do the current clients react as we walk in?
A few of them look up. A number of them kind of take a moment to look, kind of not necessarily suspiciously but warily at you lot before kind of getting back to their meals, but they're keeping one eye on you. There seems to be someone from a group kind of watching you, or each table seems to have someone watching you, almost as if they're not necessarily put on watch duty, but this has piqued their interest.
Does it seem like they're expecting trouble? Like, is it that kind of vibe where they're like almost get up to do something and then they kind of settle down, or is it just one of those things where they're just looking at us?
Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Okie dokie. I believe this is one of my okay-ish skills.
Okay.
Yeah, it is actually possible.
As a two.
That is a 2. That is a 2 plus 4 is a 6. A tasty 6, Chris.
Nobody gets up.
Yippee.
If any of them otherwise put their hands on weapons reflexively, you didn't catch it. You don't care.
Yep.
You're focused on the fact
I'm
of this.
Exhausted.
You're too exhausted. Because notably that
sorry, I
should be
should
done
have
with
rolled it
advantage,
disadvantage.
but it's a 2. If you roll a natural 1, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the result.
Sure.
But looking around the room, yeah, there's nothing of note between any of them. It's if they are being hostile, if they are being wary, if they are expecting a fight, they don't give off that air to you.
Mortar just kind of does like a quick scan around, sees a table relatively close by, walks over to it, sits down, plants his face against the table, just tries to get a little bit of rest while people sort out room accommodations.
Okay. You, I'll say go ahead and roll me a perception check to find a table in here.
Okay, disadvantage, I must remember that.
But
I
advantage
have
because you have
advantage
the
anyway,
goggles, so it's just a flat
straight
roll. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's a 19.
Okay, 19. You otherwise wander over to the back of the room with very much a moment of, I need to seek out a place to sit down. You scooch over into one of the seats. You otherwise sit down, kind of spreading your feet out to either side. Your head is laid back, looking up at the kind of the ceiling from here, seeing the cross beams and little bits of dust otherwise kind of clinking down from nearby walls. You feel a little bit of more well rested as your shoulders relax, and you feel a little bit better. The party knows where you are.
Just, yeah, that's fine. Just as Mortar does that, just to put any notion of anybody approaching the table, seeing Mortar as an easy target, Mortar will take the Black Scorpion and just place it on the table, and place his hands behind his head, and just close his eyes.
Okay. Okay. The rest of you?
That's all.
We'll say for now Romulus goes over and sits down with you to stop anybody from trying to steal it and blowing their heads up, as funny as that would be.
Yeah, I feel like we get blamed for that.
Mortar sees Romulus approach, puts the gun away. He's like, I don't need a deterrent anymore. I've got Romulus.
That's fair.
Damian's gonna head over to the bar, and hopefully there's some sort of innkeep, and ask about somewhere to stable this horse.
Yeah, you see what looks to be a rather large giant-born individual, a single plait of kind of thick black and red hair, otherwise sent down from the top of his head all the way down to the small of his back, as he otherwise kind of looks at all of you enter, kind of noting each of your appearances, keeping a track of you, you get the general sense, keeping a bead on all of you. Sees what's happening with Mortar over in the corner before Romulus takes a seat next to him and just kind of looks at all of you. Travelers come in from far?
Yeah, feels like it.
Looking for a
Too
place
far.
to stay?
Mm-hmm. If you have the room.
I do. Well, how many are you? 6?
6. Yes.
Alright. I only have single rooms. Double rooms are all taken. But I have single rooms, it'll be 1 per. That all good?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
You're right on your own.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright. That will be 5 silver a person. Usual cost. If you're wanting food as well in the morning, we'll say 2 silver per person. Depends on what they come in with tomorrow.
Right.
I'll
let
give
me
you
go
extra
to
drinks
my-
if it ends up being cheap.
Is there anywhere for me to stable my steed?
We got a
That's
shed.
actually
We got not necessarily a stable, but we got a storage room out back. It's pretty vacant at the moment until we get our supplies tomorrow.
Okay.
Mortar calls over to Damian and actually says, I'm actually broke. I got all my money taken away from me in the captive place, the place where we got taken prisoner that one time.
As
So-
cat face palms.
Cat face palms.
Okay.
All of the people
So,
around you
I
kind
can
of
stay
take
in the
note
stable.
of you being like this, and one person from one of the nearby tables otherwise looks over and just goes, "We're trying to enjoy ourselves here. Come on."
I'm so sorry for him. Okay, I will pay for me, Romulus, and Mortar.
Mortar stands up and he kind of looks at the person and just kind of shrugs and walks over to Damian and then whispers, just saying, "Look, I don't have any money. I can stay with Starlight in the stable. In fact, I'd probably be more comfortable there. So you guys go and get a room. I can keep an eye on yours."
She's already
Okay, you
paid
have
for
room.
your room, so unless
Oh, okay.
unless you don't want it, or we can put you in the shed.
I mean, it's. I mean,
There's
I
a
don't mind.
bed. Sleep in the bed.
Well, we don't want you running off with Starlight.
Yeah. Also, I don't trust that horse. I
Wait,
want.
so Starlight would run off with me?
Do I need to
Yeah.
lock the shed? Looks at you, Damian.
Yes.
What was that?
Do I need to lock the shed?
Yes.
I don't think you. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, as long as we can still access it from in here, but yeah, maybe.
Not from in here, you'd
Tell
have to
you
go
what.
out the door and then round the back, but yeah.
Well, I was about to say, tell you what. If you. No, that's right. I'll sleep with my horse. I'm absolutely happy to do that.
You sure? I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna...
Quotes.
So it's probably a better arrangement than if your supplies come in tomorrow morning and you have to wake me up because, you know.
Okay.
Oh, hey,
Right.
Cat. You know, I think I dropped my wallet on the way.
Okay. I have only got 5 gold, and I can't cast a spell to get more gold.
Hold on, time out. Too late.
I'll.
No, you don't.
You steal gold off
I
my
was about to say, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure I'm still goldless. Oh no, hold on. I have 3 silver pieces. Aha!
You can't pay for the
Rich.
room.
tomorrow morning.
I can pay for me, Mortar, and Romulus, but that's pretty much.
Okay, I'll pay for
Look, I'll
me, Damian, and Kirv.
I'll make it clear for you here, Knight. You can store your horse in the shed. There won't be enough room for another one of you. Not easily. And if I'm going to have to lock the shed, that means you're not going to have a key to get out because it's padlocked from the outside. Which I'm not going to feel safe with leaving you in there in case something happens. So,
If
getting
supplies are
the...
going to arrive at some point in the morning, they'll wake me up. That's cool.
Damian!
Supplies won't be in... Not the morning maybe for you, not for us.
Just. You have
Oh.
a bed.
Oh, sorry. You said there's not enough room, so Cat, you're going to have to sleep in a bed.
I was sleeping in a bed.
I'm
my
not liking
word.
these racial tensions in the party.
Yeah, for sure.
Damian's exploded at least
you
3
are
times in Cat's head right now.
Yeah.
Triply split fireball right in Damian's face. But.
Oh my word.
Localized it down his throat. That's the point of origin. And then closed his mouth.
I look at. I
It's
hear
with a healing root though, right?
Yeah.
I hear
No.
Cat's reply, and I say, "It's okay. I've just bought some more apples. You'll be fine."
We are going to have a problem. How do
If
you
you're gonna
enjoy
have
your
a problem,
sleep
do it
tonight?
outside. Fighting is reserved for outside, not in.
No, I won't hurt anyone. I don't want to completely pulverize him to oblivion.
Fair, but still. If you're after
Don't worry.
rooms, here are your keys, and you've otherwise paid, I assume, because I believe Vinny, you
Yeah,
paid for...
I've paid.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so Vinny and
Oh, so I've got a
Kat, you
room.
paid. Yeah, you've
Yes.
all got a room. Here are your rooms. If you want food or drink, feel free to ask. We're a bit light on food until the delivery tomorrow, but the delivery arrives probably after you'll be gone. But if you want to stick around for lunch, you're welcome to. Obviously, you can pay for it ahead of time if you want to.
I mean, if it helps, I'm a pretty adept hunter. If you're a bit low on food, if there's
It's not that
You
we're
just
low
did,
on.
I
It's
know.
not that we're low on food. Otherwise, looks around the room. We've got plenty of hunters here. It's just a number of them have come back since.
yeah, but how many of them are good? He
Oh,
looks around to see if anyone looks at him.
Cat's gonna put her arm on a Mortar. You know, sometimes when we were talking about you should probably just hold back for a second.
Mm.
There's a lot of people, and we don't want to get kicked out.
Damian's doing his
I
best to
think
keep his
the-
head down.
There is a moment
I can just have that
where
outside, right?
there is a moment where, while you're otherwise saying this, and as you're thinking, "Oh, fighting's outside. Yeah, that's fine," you otherwise kind of feel the presence of someone stand behind you, and you otherwise turn around and then look down, and you can see what looks to be a fairly small individual. You can see a very squat dwarf individual, kind of the dark greyish skin, a otherwise ruffed beard. You can see they've got an eye patch over one eye, and you can see that over their other shoulder they have a arcane firearm like yourself. The individual otherwise looks up at you.
Hello.
Look, you're just looking for trouble. If you want to fight, you can fight. If you want to compete and see who's got the better aim, we can do that. But don't go slandering us hunters just while we're off duty, alright?
You guys were ever on duty?
I stamp
If
on
you-
Mortar's foot.
I grab his hand.
Mortar,
Come on, let's
passes out.
let's go to bed. Let's just
You stamp on Mortar's foot, you otherwise kind of grab his arm and begin to pull him away.
Yeah,
Romulus-
I was going to say, Mortar does not resist, and he will happily take the damage.
Romulus-
And he will just wave to the dwarf.
Romulus otherwise apologizes to the
Teasing grin on its face.
Romulus otherwise apologizes to the dwarf, and the dwarf otherwise goes, and you don't hear this, I'll say, Mortar, as you're being dragged upstairs to your room. But I'll say Damian, Vinny, and Mortar will hear this as he goes, yeah, he's all talk, no skill. It's alright. You've seen the likes of him several times through here before. And offended,
No, I am
just,
dragging Mortar away.
That's fine.
you know, don't let him
Mortar's
speak
still
out too
leaving.
much. If there was somebody else who noticed, there may be a less pretty sight out on the street.
I love how he's got an entourage of me and Kirv. Move left, right, young man.
It's like Mortar been like moving his feet, like he's just being pushed and he's just sliding across the floor. He's just waving.
Okay.
And on that note, Kat isn't gonna stay downstairs and eat food. She's gonna go upstairs and try and get that spell done
Okay.
and have a ration.
Go ahead and give me... okay, speaking of which, I should have been marking off the rations from everybody for the past few days.
Nah.
You have travelled 3 days, so everybody please mark 3 rations off.
Do I have that many rations?
I need to find where
In those
Romulus has
3
kept...
days.
Oh no, sorry, Romulus has been cooking food during that time. So sorry, no,
Mhm.
that's why we haven't bothered, because Romulus has cooked all of his
Yeah.
boar meat. So never mind.
Additionally, I have been doing a little bit of hunting when I've not been exhausted. Oh no, the last 3 days I have been exhausted. Never
Yes,
mind.
yeah.
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 Never mind. That's fine.
So Romulus has used up, I'll say, one of his 3 flasks of animal fat, and he's otherwise cooked the boar meat and a few other things that you've been found along the way. So yeah, that should be fine. He's otherwise gotten some of those. Okie dokie.
I would like to go to the bartender. Sorry,
okay.
when things was sorted. Sorry.
Yeah, Mortar's been chained inside his room. Got it.
I'll just lockstate the door.
Oh,
No, I'm
please.
not going to lockstate the door because wild magic's a thing at the moment.
Yeah.
You did it on me.
Mortar teleports out the window and magic
That's a
goes
fire
up and
risk,
blows
I'm
up.
afraid.
Oh, God. Oh my
So
god.
if Mortar's
Wasn't a
been
fire risk when I was locked in.
You're a tiefling.
Mortar's been chained up, what's
No.
Mortar's opinion on bondage is what I need to ask now.
So Mortar...
Oh my word.
Oh man, it depends.
So, Mortar,
I
you're
will say
otherwise
he
in
just-
your
he
room.
just-
The party otherwise having...
No, Chris,
Um,
this is something that needs to be stated.
no.
Mortar does not like being restrained.
Fair enough.
He doesn't.
Um,
he hates it.
So, with Mortar, you're otherwise in your room. I'll say the food gets brought to you. If you want to pay for it, it will be 1 silver. I know you have
Yeah,
3,
gladly.
so if you want to expend 1, you'll get food and drink brought to you. And I'll say,
could I
Cat, if
also
you want to also
pay-
expend a silver, you'll get that as well before consuming
Okay,
the
yeah,
ration.
Could I
that's cool.
also pay? Could I also pay for Cat and Curves for stopping me from being a bigger pain in the ass than I already am?
Sure.
Just as like a little gesture.
So you can
So
be
I will
actually
spend all 3
penniless.
of my silver.
Cool.
Yes, exactly. I
Alright.
no, I have 9 copper actually.
Wonderful.
Oh dear.
Wonderful. So,
So bitchy today, Chris.
as you... So, as you otherwise... You pay for the food for Cat and Co, so Cat, don't worry about spending the ration. Go ahead and give
Okay.
me 2 more rolls, Cat, as you'll be able to spend some more significant time on this.
I have 2.5 hours left.
You should have 4.5 hours left, according to my calculation.
Oh yes, yeah, because the 2 from last night was.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that's 2.5. Yep.
Okay, so that sets you to half an hour left, which you can do tomorrow. Due to the results, that is...
I can't use the Tides of Chaos for that, can I?
No. No, Tides of Chaos don't work on these.
What about Inspiration? Can I use my Inspiration on that?
If you want to. Yeah, I'll allow Inspiration, just not
Yeah.
Tides of Chaos, because...
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, you can use Tides of Chaos on this. It just, you won't get Tides of Chaos back, because the nature of the test
Oh,
is something
wow.
else.
Okay, Tides of Chaos then.
Okay.
And I've used my Inspiration and Tides of Chaos, and I got an 11 and a 12.
Okay. So, 11 and a 12, that I believe... Okay, that does it. The spell's done.
Woo!
So I will now send you the full version of that, so you now have your spell. And I'll let you figure out how to add it to your character sheet. Have fun!
Oh no.
Programming.
I'll
I know
help.
this is a big spell.
I'll help you at the end of the session if
Thank
it's
you.
not done before then. But that's fine. So,
Chris, let him squirm a bit more.
nah, it's fine. He
fair
can
enough.
squirm for the next 50-ish minutes, and then we'll go from there. So, well, actually, what we'll do, we'll take a quick few minutes break here, just to top up on drinks and snacks and stuff, and get settled. And then when we come back, we'll continue on with this and have your long rest. And if there's anything we should do before it, all right, be back in a mo.
Especially if Mortar gets into a shoot off, I'm gonna use this.
Oh, no, I'm wondering if maybe I can like try to get some money, like somehow. Maybe I can set up like a shooting contest or something where like if I shoot them, they give me money. It would be like I'm mugging them, but they're willing participants.
I still don't think that makes it legal.
I mean, yeah, we're in a town full of mercenaries. I don't think anything here is legal.
That's true. I think that means they don't really want to get shot.
I mean, then they're more
Yeah, no,
likely
you
to
should
get
you should
gold.
walk around the tavern asking people if they want to be mugged. I think that'd go really well.
Oh,
Honestly, I feel like Vinny should be there to support me since you're so supportive of this venture.
Did I make a armor sets? Boom. Okay. Oh dear. Right. Utilize this.
I will bring you right back.
While in this
Yes,
transformation.
Right?
That's a lovely spell. Oh,
Oi, Jamie,
what?
how you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Good man, that's good. It's good to hear from you.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I finished the spell.
Oh, congratulations. That sounds complicated.
It is. Man, it's been a while making that spell for it.
Yeah, it's been a long slog, this one. I mean, this started being created when I made my, the summon elementals thing.
Yeah, back in the day then.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, this has been like a year in the waiting, so, or in the making,
Yeah,
rather.
This is a
I'm gonna have
second
to
part
figure
to
out
that
some,
spell.
I'm gonna have to figure out like some kind of gun magic.
Oh, 100%. Like, Cat will, if you ask Cat
Yeah.
to help you, she will 100% help you make spells or do stuff like that.
Ooh.
As
As
a general note, you are able to help him with the understanding of what spellcrafting is. You cannot physically help him
That's
with the
perfect.
nature of it because you're
No,
not
no, no.
using the same spellcasting mod.
No,
Not yet.
That's what Mortar needs. He just needs the understanding of it. Like he has innate arcane potential, as he can cast spells,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have the knowledge.
Yeah,
Whereas Cat has the knowledge, but can't grant me the ability to make the spell.
exactly.
I also got a book on casting different types when Cat lost her magic.
Cat lost her magic?
Oh, yeah, you're fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She lost her
Oh,
magic
cool.
because I was experimenting with different ways of casting because she didn't know how to do it anymore.
Oh, fair enough. That's kind of cool. It's like the Spider-Man 2 arc where Tobey Maguire loses his powers.
Fair, I will take your word for that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh, let's go. That's an actually make a number of...
Chris, do you remember if there was a smithy in Grandhall?
Now you're
Oh,
asking
that's
me
a really good
questions that are
question.
going to require me to go all the way back to other notes. Hold on.
telling me you didn't have this ready, Chris.
I have a document full of locations. Give me a mo.
Guild
So,
House, Seven Inns, Tannery, and I know what the inn's called.
No, they have a black.
there
They,
like
they don't
a-
have a blacksmith, but they have a farrier's.
Is there a herbalist in
Yes.
this town? Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, in Grintal there's a
That could be
herbalist.
fun.
Okay, I mean, they. Yeah, it's not quite the same then. So I'd have to have got one in Paloon. Okay. Just checking for headcanon.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now Mortar's got to think about how he's going to get out of these restraints and out of this locked cell of a room.
Yeah, you can't figure out because it's a twist handle instead of just a pull down handle. He doesn't know how to open the door.
Curses! I was half expecting like a cat to have just cast like locks, so manipulated it so she can just cast lock state on just Mortar's body.
Well,
He's
I
just
mean,
out
Mortar's
there.
got clothes on, but
He also has a prosthetic arm as well.
Goodness for that.
well,
Prosthetic arm counts as a piece of you, so it can't be manipulated by lock state. Can be by heat metal, but not lock state. Whereas lock state can affect
That's
your clothing,
cool.
but you can then push and maneuver it because you're inside of it.
You're just giving Mortar an excuse to get undressed. I mean, I don't know what you think that's going to achieve for you.
gonna take some time.
Oh, it would take some time. Yes, absolutely.
No.
It's got a lot of strength checks to unbutton a
Oh,
button.
1,000,000%. Like,
Yeah.
there is no way Mortar's strength is overcoming your DC for the man.
No, it's not one DC, it's all of them.
It's-
You'll
it's
need to
all
do
of
it
the
one
DCs.
per button.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
a
that's exactly
lot
it.
of multipliers
There's no way
and then
Mortar's
opening
overcoming
it.
this. Getting dressed just became 1,000 times more complicated. It's like Goku training at like 100 times gravity.
I mean, if you want to do that as a training montage, just getting stuck in lock state.
One just like trying to do up a button
Yeah.
as part of my intensive training.
Yeah. To
That
make it
could
even
actually
more
be
interesting and
hilarious.
make it a straitjacket instead.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh.
Cross
oh,
your arms,
oh.
lock state.
That's actually really cool. I kind of want to try that.
How do you think they seal their prisoners away?
Yeah.
Well, my room is next to Mortar.
Mortars?
I'm
So you can lock
I'm
state
making
the door
sure
in emergency.
he's behaving himself. I have full faith that he will behave himself, but there's a niggly feeling. He's tired, and rational sometimes goes out the window when people are tired.
That's
She has
fair.
faith in him, but
1,000,000%.
Okay.
Mortar's seeing an opportunity. He's like looking and seeing a whole bunch of mercenaries, people who he has, not necessarily worked alongside, but like his kind of crowd, for like a good few years now. And any chance he can get to rile them up a little bit is something he loves to do. But he knows at the moment he's not at his best, so he's not going to push it any further than he did in the bar. At least not yet.
Oh dear.
Fred's gonna have a shoot off tomorrow morning. People are like, oh, for God's sake.
So,
Well, I've just watched an entire D&D campaign that takes place in the Old West, so I am so up for that.
oh my word. So, we've got Kirv back. Is Vinny back?
I'm back, yes.
Wonderful. And let's return to this. So, is there anything you wanted to do before you go for your long rest?
I would like
Nope.
to go up to the bartender
Mm-hmm.
and ask, can you give me a drink that'll let me deal with that guy tomorrow? Referring to Mortar.
If you're asking for poison, we don't do that. If you're looking for legal poison, we do a lot of that.
Legal poison sounds amazing right now.
Alright. How strong? Strong, not that much. Knock your lights out. Burn your guts out. What you looking for?
These flavors are
How much is the worst one?
The worst? The worst is usually more of a display piece. If you want to have some, it'll cost you a few gold. Say 4
I'm not
gold.
looking for that kind of attention.
You want something cheap, but good?
Yeah.
Alright. You looking for a quick out, or are you looking for something that'll get you forgetting, but not out of control?
Probably best not out of control.
Alright.
Oh, I've grown.
Everyone does at some point. And some who don't, they're the worst. Alright, there you go. That'll be 1 silver.
1 silver. Okay, there you go.
Otherwise, places a glass of something on the table. That there is a pine grit. It'll flush out your insides and make you feel a lot less worried about the world.
Sounds amazing. Cheers.
Cheers.
Fine. Do I need to roll something?
Yep, roll me a constitution saving throw with
Yeah.
advantage because it's technically poison.
So
Yeah, you're fine.
hang on, does this mean that Damian could drink this forever and have no effect as he's immune to poison?
I believe you're immune to disease, not poison.
I wonder if I give really strong alcohol.
I could be
to a
wrong,
hand
but I
mouth.
believe it's...
Can I,
Won't know
get,
till you try.
can I get the creature drunk?
You're underage, no one's giving you any alcohol.
No, but for the hand mouth.
Nobody's giving you any alcohol, regardless of how hand-mouth or not. Also,
That's
yes,
a fairly irresponsible act.
so
I don't
divine
think this
health,
group-
divine health gives you immunity to disease, not poison, so it doesn't help in that
Oh
regard,
yeah, he's
unfortunately.
immune to disease.
Yeah, it's,
I'm
monks who become
also-
immune to disease, but
Ah.
might be where it came from.
And since Mortar did buy a drink for me and Kalia, I will buy Mortar a drink that will knock him out.
Okay.
So he actually gets some sleep and doesn't cause issues.
Okay. So, Mortar, after you've had your food and kind of a light drink of something fairly sweet and watered down, there's another knock at your door. An individual, you otherwise let the individual in, and they otherwise hand you a glass. Your friend got this for you. It's a drink that'll help you sleep.
Mortar just cocks his head at it. Which friend?
She didn't
This
give
will
a
determine
name.
whether or not I drink it.
The purple
What do
the
they look
purple
like?
tiefling.
Oh, I'm going to die.
I didn't.
If I
They
don't
didn't.
drink this, I'm going
They
to
didn't
die.
put anything in it if you're worried about them poisoning you, but I can
Yes,
understand
but
why.
What I need you to tell me is Mortar will get onto eye level with this person and say, "What was the look in their eyes saying?"
They didn't want you to cause any more
Am I-
trouble.
Am I a dead man if I don't drink this?
Probably.
Mortar takes it, pulls down his mask, necks it in one, hands it back, slams the door, walks over to his bed, and passes out on the bed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like
So
the idea you didn't let the staff member out before you did that.
the staff member was standing at the
I
door.
just closed
So.
the door. Just closed the door, shot the knob off the door. Therefore go to the bed.
And they're just standing there like, what just happened?
He shot the knob
You
off
can
the door.
watch.
Bartender, the barmaid otherwise kicks the door down and then repairs the door from the outside and walks
barmaid?
away. Yeah. The one who bought you the
Barmaid
drink.
is like a swat. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes things infinitely worse. Mortar lets the barmaid out, closes the door, walks over to the bed, passes out.
She's a giant folk. She's fine. She's a Goliath. She'd be able to crush your skull if you need be.
It's the principle.
I get it. I get it. But in this instance, yeah, you otherwise let her out. She wanders back downstairs. And yeah, you fall asleep very quickly. I could get you to do a save, but this is the intention of the drink called Rock Bottom. So, yeah,
I also don't want to.
that's fair.
So, I want to sleep. I want to get rid of this level of exhaustion.
Yeah, you go to sleep. And the rest of you? Anything you
Cat
want to do?
sleeps
Cat
after
sleeps.
she's finished. Yeah.
Damian, Vinny, anything you want to do?
Damian, I'll let Vinny go if Vinny's going to do anything.
Just in the tavern in the ground floor where people are sitting around. I don't suppose there's anyone who looks like they match the description that we got in Braylin.
Of
The individuals in the hoods.
looking around the room, no. If they are, they're not wearing them currently, but they don't seem to be here.
Okay.
And Damian will accompany the innkeeper when he's going to lock the door and just say, "Could you give me 5 minutes?"
Yeah, sure thing. So, just
And
before closing.
I approach Starlight in the storage shed. And I've got the bag of apples. You've been really good. So here's 2 apples. And then I take one myself and I eat it next to Starlight.
Okay, you take a few minutes to enjoy it. Go ahead and roll me a d20. You can
Right.
set the DC accordingly here. If you roll higher than your own set DC, you like Granny Smith apples. If you roll lower than your set DC, you don't.
Oh.
So this is your own set DC. You could decide to set the DC at 1, in which case only a natural 1 will cause you to hate them. But this is up to you. So what DC would you like to set?
Let's just go with dead average. 10
10.
or worse.
Okay.
I don't like them.
11 or
I
higher,
think
you
it
do.
probably would go with a varying degree of dislike, depending on how far away from the 10 it is. So if it's like a 1, I'd probably about to throw up.
Yeah.
And Starlight's looking at me like, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
Okay.
Oh no!
2. Yeah, you don't like... You bite into this. This is the sourest apple you've ever had. You spit it back out, and Starlight otherwise looks at you, and in that moment gobbles up the apple that you kind of hold in your hand ahead of you. Like, what is this? And Starlight just snatches it from your hand and eats it. Starlight, for reference, on a DC 15 rolled a 17, so liked
wow.
Granny Smith. So it's, yeah, it's surprising. But, yeah.
So Damian's like, "Well, I guess we won't be sharing these apples, but that means more for you. So I guess it works."
Starlight otherwise kind of
Damn apples.
gets to eating on the next one. I heard that.
Oh, I didn't like doing that.
Okay. So you then head back in and go to sleep?
Yep.
Okay.
Tomorrow morning I'm doing an experiment just to make a point. But anyway.
No, that's fair. Okay. You otherwise all get to sleep. Some of you knocked out more than others, as you otherwise all begin to drift off to sleep. The tavern is now quiet. Filch, Eugene, and Jeff, are they inside, outside, sleeping, on watch?
Jeff would be with Cat.
Okay.
'cause We're in a tavern. It should be fine.
Okay. So Jeff is going to be otherwise in your room. And Filch and Eugene, are you sticking them outside on watch during the cold weather?
After our heart-to-heart, I feel like I'll let them in the room.
Okay. And they'll take this time to rest.
Yeah,
Okay.
I suppose.
You otherwise get off to sleep. Each of you in turn, slowly but surely otherwise. Catching yourself dreaming ever so lightly. Some of you not going to remember those dreams because, you're passed out blind drunk. But, it is what it is. As you're otherwise resting, Cat.
Nope. Cat's asleep.
Cat's asleep?
Don't hurt our baby girl.
Cat's asleep?
Cat's asleep, finger in ears.
Good.
La 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 la.
Also shoots the ceiling for just to try to block out whatever's coming.
Oh.
Shoot the ceiling. Everybody freaks out. Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Mortar shoots Chris.
What?
Praise be. No more dreams. He doesn't have to say cat anymore. Huzzah!
That's not
The
fair.
nightmare's over.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Con save.
Yes, please.
Oh man. Use my chaos and inspiration, so.
Yep.
Yes! Isn't that 20 plus a lot?
Okay.
So you failed the con save.
Okay.
For a total of.
Yeah. What is the total?
29.
Yeah, what's the total? Oh, holy shit! Fair enough.
Yeah.
He did get 30.
Oh yeah,
Please.
too bad. So sad.
Okay.
Do I need to worry?
No, you're fine. Damian, go ahead and roll me a con save, please.
I think I do.
Do I get anything on con saves, or is it just normal? No, just normal.
No, just normal.
Oh no.
What did you get?
Classic Damian.
That's a 7.
Okay. Okay. Mortar, please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
It's a trap.
My constitution. I blame whatever drink Kirv gave me for what I'm about to roll.
Yeah, no, it's there.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a +6 to this, so come on. You're a beefy boy. You're a beefy big grown boy. That's a 16.
16.
Sorry, this wasn't a check, was it? Because I would still
Nope. This is a save.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, so 16.
Great. If I wake up the next morning and I'm keeled over because of a Granny Smith apple,
You're gonna wake up in that alley. It's gonna look like you've aged 10 years.
Join the party!
Yeah, for sure. And you have to go through
man.
puberty again.
oh god.
Vinny,
These
could you
apples
please
are
roll me a
like-
Constitution saving throw?
I mean, if this means Damian gets to meet his partner again for the first time, I won't argue. But
Fair. Constipation saving throw.
Who, sorry?
You
You.
please.
Vinny, I believe in you.
Oh.
It could be good.
That's a juicy 9.
Plus
+2, that's an 11.
11.
Oh dear.
Okay.
That's a pretty tasty 11.
And Kirv, could you please roll me a save, please? You have advantage on this.
Yes.
what's Eugene doing to us?
Oh,
Oh.
That's pretty
Um,
freaking good.
that is an 18 plus 4, so 22.
Nice.
Okay. And would someone be able to roll for Romulus, please?
I can roll for Romulus.
It's only fitting that you do, Jamie.
I don't know what is. Oh, another nat 20!
That's a crit.
That's good.
So that's like $1 million for Romulus, right?
Yeah,
It-
that's alright. I've rolled 2 d20s,
It
got
will
2
be fine,
20s,
won't
so I'll stop. That's it, no more rolling.
Yeah. For sure. Stop while the going's good.
I'm gonna roll a nat 1 for initiative in a second because
Actually, while I'm
So,
rolling
you know,
20s,
How dare you put that on her? How
Roll,
dare
roll.
you put that on her?
while I'm rolling 20s, Starlight, how evil is she?
Oh no.
oh no, please don't make Starlight have to roll a con save.
Okay.
Don't make Terador roll a con save, or Jeff. Oh
So,
god!
as each of you are otherwise lying asleep, there's a moment for each of you as you're otherwise just kind of lying there dreaming, a stupor kind of setting in for each of you in this moment. Before you feel this sharp pain in your chest. The first to wake to this is Cat. As you feel the sharp pain, you sit upright to an emergency from Jeff, and you see a figure standing over you, a knife buried
Fuck.
into your chest. You take 21 points of piercing damage and 11 points of poison damage. Next, Damian, You are lying in bed and you're otherwise asleep. The Granny Smith apple isn't settling well with your stomach, and in that moment you feel a stabbing pain in your chest as you wake to a figure, cloaked and robed, standing there as you take 26 points of piercing damage, 15 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned.
Oh, great.
Next, Mortar. The same happens to you. Your figure is taller than these others, than you would expect, but they are taller and you take 29 points of piercing damage and 9 points of poison damage. Vinny.
Okay, for a total
of 38. Vinny.
Sorry, I have 35 hit points currently for some reason.
You should
points?
have that back to max because you did take a long rest, yeah.
So it's 29 plus 9, is that right?
29 plus 9, so 38, yeah.
Yeah, 38, yeah. Awesome,
Vinny,
thank you.
You wake up and you otherwise look at the figure. You don't make out a face, but you recognise the cloak and robes. Grey with a silver trim. You recognise this as you take 26 points of piercing damage, 27 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned. And finally, Kirv.
I'm good. Don't worry, I'm good.
As you are stabbed
thank you.
also by one of these figures, you take 27 points of piercing damage and 12 points of poison damage.
Do I have a thing against poison?
I believe you have advantage and resistance, so you should only take 6 of that. So you should take 27 plus 6, so 33 damage. Romulus,
Am I poisoned?
no. The poisoned is for those who failed the save. Romulus, on the other hand, took 29 points of piercing damage and 14 points of poison damage. So he took 43 damage. Okay. You all wake at this moment to the stabbing pain in your chest, a dagger buried deep into your chest, a poison seeping in and affecting some of you far worse than others as you begin to bleary-eyed look around. I would like everyone to roll for initiative, and this will be a surprise round.
Dude.
Oh no.
Guys, I'm automatically bloodied. Like, I'm bloody
I am
already.
too.
I regret.
Oh, okay, I rolled a 19. I'm dandy for this. I'm 22.
I don't think I am. I've got pretty good, but I don't think it's going to be good enough to beat these guys. Oh man, okay. So that's a total of...
Okay, so...
What I've learnt here is don't go into an inn in this area. Just basically camp outside, nowhere near anybody, pretend nobody exists, kill anyone you see.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Now you're living by mine.
So,
Yeah.
25 to 20.
22.
22.
Okay.
Seriously?
Okay, 20 to 15.
Yeah.
17.
15.
Sorry, I was a dirty 20.
Oh, okay. 30 to 20. 15 on Mortar. Who's the other 15?
Oh, I got 17.
Oh, 17. And Kirv, what did you get?
12.
12.
Damian, did you get a bonus from your aura?
Wait, what?
Don't you get a bonus? Does
He
Damian get
he gets a bonus
to
to his
from
initiative.
aura?
He does, but that's
Oh,
automatically
20!
that should
I get
automatically
20!
that should automatically be calculated into it, I believe. Or did you not add it?
No, I've got to add everything on. So
Oh, okay. So
that-
20. Okay, noted.
20. 30,
Okay.
20.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome, my man.
Any of the other rooms within 10 feet?
In this instance,
I'm against the wall.
they'd be behind total cover, I'm afraid.
Mortar stuck his head through a small hole that's belonging to a bunch of rats. He's just stuck his head into Damian's room.
Rats.
The person who just stabbed me. killed
Romulus
an ally.
just bursts through the wall. Rats!
Yeah.
It's just a fireball comes through the wall.
Okay.
Bye.
These guys are... Oh my word.
Okay, so the way that I'm going to be running this, just so that you know, we're going to be doing this in initiative order according to the party, and I have rolled individually for each of the people in your rooms, and we're going to take it in that order. So they are going to be, basically they're either before or after you, and we're going to do it in initiative order that way. So the top of the round,
Okay.
Cat, you lie awake in your room. Jeff is panicking. Your sudden connection to Terador alights, as Terador is in this moment panicking as well. You have taken significant damage from whatever did this to you. And in that moment, you otherwise feel the shock run through you. But unfortunately, that is the end of your go. They now go. So they go after you. Good information for your next turn, obviously, but not good for this
If I
one.
get one.
We'll see. So, they make a single attack against you. You're prone, so they get advantage.
Great.
Oh, flip. No, that's only a 9. They miss on that. Even with advantage, they miss.
Fuck.
They otherwise take the strike down. You, as they pull the knife out, you twist, and in that moment it hits the bedding where it was. As they look back up towards you, the otherwise grey and silver hood over their head fluttering for that moment as you pull the dagger free and kind of look at you. You cannot make out a face. They have a mask over entirely. Damian, you awake the sudden moment of this panic again hitting you as you kind of get the moment and a little bit of the jump on your opponent now, as they thought they might have killed you in one hit, but they go after you, so they are going to be making their attack with advantage because you're prone. That will hit on a 21.
Great.
Okay, you take 17 points of piercing damage. And you do not need to make the you do not need to make a con save because the poison was only for the first attack.
Great.
Okay, that's the end of your turn. Vinny, you awake. You don't have the alert feat yet, do you?
No, I don't.
No. Okay, so you awake. You seem to get the jump on them yet again, as you will be going before them due to your high rolls. That is a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Okay, so they go and take a strike, but you're too quick as you slide to one side, drawing your one of your scimitars in that moment, kind of preparing, seeing these assassins before you. A moment of panic and realization taking hold as to who they might be. Kirv.
Just to check, can we hear anything at the moment?
At this moment, I think the most that you're all hearing is the sound of other individuals waking up. That's the most you hear. Okay.
Sorry, Chris. For when it comes around to Mortar's turn, I've sent you a DM of something I wanted to run past you quick.
Okay, let me go and that's what that notification on my phone was.
Sorry, man.
No, that's fine. In this instance, did you fail the con save?
I got a 16,
so you
I don't know if I
passed.
did.
So
I didn't
you
take
would still be
poison.
poisoned because of the drink you had.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you'd still be poisoned. You'd be poisoned, but not from the poison, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
Again,
Becca.
Again, you otherwise kind of pull yourself upwards. You reach for your gun in that moment of panic as you're otherwise lying prone. They make the attack against you. That is an 18 to hit. You have your reaction as you went first. Is there anything that you can do?
I don't believe so with a no, not with a reaction. There's
Okay.
nothing I can do with a reaction, I'm afraid.
You take not the greatest rolls. Yeah, not the greatest rolls at all. You take 9 points of piercing damage as they otherwise stab the dagger into you once again, this time going for your shoulder and attempting to kind of drag the dagger down, but you otherwise in that moment kind of grit it, pull the dagger free, and otherwise aim Black Scorpion at them for your next turn. Kirv,
Much damage, sorry, Chris?
9. Oh, sorry, I've been forgetting to add the modifier for these, I've just been
Yeah, I
calculating
was
the
going to
rolls.
say.
So that should be 11 for you, and then Vinny and Cat, or Vinny, Damian, and Cat, if you were hit by the second attack, you take 2 additional damage.
I wasn't.
Yay. Just delete more hit points at me, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Sure, dude.
Okay. Kirv, your assassin gets to go over before you, as they rolled higher than you in the competition.
Mhm.
They otherwise look down at you in that moment, taking the strike once again. That is a 21 to hit, as you take 17 points of piercing damage from one strike as they otherwise dig it into you. There's the screaming and the squawking of Eugene and Filch now as they too are waking up. The rest of you are now alerted that this isn't just happening to you. And finally,
Those fucking birds are useless. I'm sorry.
and you let them go to sleep, as you let Jeff go to sleep.
We had a heart to heart.
I know, and it worked out perfectly because you didn't put them on watch.
They deserve nappies. They deserve nappies.
And the attack versus Romulus misses. As they make the stabbing attack downwards at Romulus, you hear the sound of a knife hitting rock-hard muscle in the other room before they drop the dagger and pull out another one. Romulus takes no damage as they don't beat his AC. Which is based on his...
Romulus is made of fucking stone, dude.
Yeah, apparently.
Romulus goes, not today.
Okay.
It's like, no, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped
in here with me. And he otherwise reaches for his halberd and is ready to go.
Or something, yeah.
Okay. Cat, you are up. The assassin stands before you, attempting to take a strike against you, pulling the knife from the pillow, is getting ready for a second attack. What do you want to do?
Oh. Well, this is inconvenient, isn't it?
Oh boy.
Where'd you come from? Okay. Alright. I haven't got time for this. And I'm going to twin cast. No, I'm not. No, it's okay because I can use a thing. I'm going to use Crystal Lotus on him with the shield rune, so I take the...
It's going to blow up your room?
No, that was why I was going to twin cast it. Sorry, no, I take that back. I was going to twin cast it so I could reduce the radius. So it negates the radius.
Right, okay. Okay, so you're purposefully twin runing, making it more expensive in order to shrink it. This does mean that then you can't add the shield rune to it.
No, that's right. Well, I can, but it comes with consequence. I'm not going to.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Also, the shield rune wouldn't work because there's no radius. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need the nightmare to appear at this point. That would be perfect.
No, we don't. We really don't. Yeah, I'm going to Crystal Lotus him.
Okay, Crystal Lotus is in AoE.
It is, but I'm reducing the radius and it'll be landing on him.
Okay. Yeah, okay. And what save is that?
It is a dex save.
Okay. That is a natural 20. They take half damage still.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll, but they aren't going to be suffering any d4s.
No, that is 5d10, which are the green ones, I believe. It's 35.
Okay. So they take 17 points of damage. Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
With my movement...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with my movement, I am going to... Do I just think if I make... Do I have anything for bonus action? Yeah, no, I don't. Okay, with my movement, I'm gonna... What is my... To summon... Yeah, no, that's a really bad idea, actually. I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Is there a largish window in our room, or is...
There's a
it's
small
not? Okay.
window, but there's the door.
Okay, I am making a break for the door.
Okay, you make a break for the door, and you get out of the door. Damian.
Yep.
You'll go. What do you want to do?
Well, as not been discussed at any point, but it's probably Damian's norm. He probably got his crest hammer lent right next to him.
Yep.
On the edge of the bed.
Yep.
So he's gonna just do the logical thing. He's just been stabbed in the chest. He sees a shadowy figure there. He reaches out with his right hand and he's gonna try bludgeoning this guy round the head twice.
Cool. Make me the attack roll.
And it's a disadvantage because I'm poisoned. I just looked it up.
Yep.
Just for note, Chris, my AC is 17 at the moment because I clearly don't have my shield on me.
Yep. You also wouldn't be wearing your plate armor due to a discussion we had about a year and a half ago regarding do you sleep in your heavy armor. So your AC is about 11.
Beautiful. So I've got 13 plus... I think that's going to hit.
Actually, no, your AC is 9 because you have a negative dex. So
it's a 19.
No, it's an 8 because you have -2. Okay, never mind.
Oh shit.
What was that to hit?
I think I'm dead. Oh, so I rolled a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and it's 1d8.
You can also pump a smite into it if you want to.
I was just thinking that. Bear with me. Yeah, so that will pump. Yeah, I'll pump in a Divine Smite. Can I upcast Divine Smite? I've forgotten.
It's 2d8 plus 1d8 additional for... Or it's 1d8 plus 1d plus a 1d8 per spell level. So if you use a second level spell slot, you get 3d8, you get 2d8 at first level, and so on.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to do it at second level then, because I can do it at second level, so that'll be 3 extra d8s.
It'll be 3d8, yeah. So if we...
Plus the other one that I already had. Oh, please just bludgeon this guy to death immediately. That'd be hilarious. 32 damage would be great right now. It's not bad.
That's good.
21 plus a number 3.
24?
4 bludgeoning?
You drop them. Okay. You take the swing, the divine energy coming into place as you smack your crest hammer into the side of their head. You hear a crunch in that moment as they are flung backwards against the wall. Okay.
Bonus action. I wish to just observe the room and see what's going on in the room. Like, is the door still open? Is it closed?
The door seems to be open ajar, but that is about it.
Okay.
Okay. Next, Vinny.
Right then, I'm gonna jump to my feet and strike back with my scimitar.
Go for it.
With
Yes, it's the only creature
In the
adjacent to
room.
me,
Yep.
so this will sneak attack if it hits.
Yep.
Oh, I've probably gone out the door as well.
Okay.
Just to let you
You
know.
go out the door and you otherwise see Kat there as she runs out of her room after hearing this almost shattering glass explosion.
Cool.
Okay. How much damage is that?
Dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, then I am going to defensive flourish.
Okay, go for it.
I'm sure I had some d8s somewhere.
Oh, I might have... Oh, they may have ended up
Yeah, it's
over...
fine.
Yeah, I found them. I think I might have gotten caught up when I moved or deleted Sudz earlier. Oh.
Unfortunate. Okay, that's 10 points of slashing damage, and I increase my AC by 1.
You said 10 points of slashing damage?
Mhm.
Okay, you drop them.
Oh,
What the
Interesting.
hell, man? Why
Okay.
my guys stronger?
badass.
Mortar.
Mortar is going to stagger backwards. He gets stabbed twice, and he tumbles backwards and slams against the door. He notes the noises and everything. Chris, he is going to use. He's going to look at this creature and, noting the intelligence and skill, is going to use spatial awareness as a bonus action on this creature. To basically, I can detect the consciousness of any creature within 30 feet of me that has an intelligence of 4 or higher for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Additionally, from that, as Mortar extends his senses, he's gonna grit his teeth and say, "You really chose the wrong day to fuck with this crew. We've been through a lot recently, and you are on the receiving end of the beating of a lifetime." And Mortar is going to use his action to... I have a little ability I haven't used yet because I don't know.
I haven't heard of that
Yeah,
ability.
I know,
When did
right?
you add it?
Oh, just brace yourself. Shit's about to get real.
All right.
Mortar is going to... Where the fuck are you? Excuse my French. Force Scour. As an action, each creature you can detect with your spatial awareness feature must make an intelligence save or treat me as invisible until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
So I need them to make an intelligence save.
Yeah, all of them failed.
14.
All of them failed.
So,
I assume the same would happen with your party, but I'm going to ignore that because they're allies.
it doesn't matter. Mortar just there's an assassin alone with us in each room, correct?
Seems like it, yeah.
Okay. Mortar is then going to use his use weapon frenzy. He's pretty pissed right now. He just got woken up. He was about to have the best sleep of his life, and then he just feels this rush of alcohol just surge his mind, and it makes him very groggy as he points his gun. He's seeing double and everything, and he goes, "Fucking damn it, Kirv!" And is just going to begin to fire indiscriminately at this guy.
Okay. Also, Vinny, were you poisoned, by the way?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Give me another reroll just in case you do miss.
Yeah.
In which case, we'll say you spent your bonus action to make an attack, in which case we'll go from there. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
Nice.
You still hit. Okay.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, Chris. I would like to change my target. I don't shoot the guy. I'm shooting the handle off the door so he can't escape.
Okay.
So, do I need to make an attack roll against the door handle?
Yeah, what's the door handles AC? I'm really interested.
What? Okay,
For sure.
in this instance, which weapon are you using? Because notably,
The Black Scorpion revolver.
it does psychic
I want
damage.
to. Okay.
Versus an inanimate
So-
object, I do believe that they are immune to psychic damage.
Emotional
can't
damage on the
do-
door?
I can't do damage to inanimate objects.
Not with
the
Black Scorpion. No, you can use like Iron Thunder and the other one, but they're going to have disadvantage. Well, you're
Could
going to
I-
have disadvantage on this regardless because you're attacking
I-
in melee, with the exception of Iron Thunder.
But, could I break it off with like the butt of my weapon?
Yeah, I'll allow that. So that would be. I'll say this will just be an attack roll. You still have disadvantage because you're poisoned, but go for it.
I'm also. I nearly said I'm invisible, but that doesn't make a difference against a door handle.
No, and this will break the invisible. Oh no, because they perceive
will
you
not.
as invisibility, so they're fine.
Yeah, you've now
do.
done a sneak attack.
Okay,
On the
so you
door
spend
handle,
your
which is
first
invisible.
attack as you break the door handle. Are you inside or outside of the door?
I'm inside the room with this guy.
Okay, so you break the door handle, snapping it in this moment with the butt of your gun, as you are now trapped inside with this guy.
Oh no, he's trapped inside with me. I'm then going to shoot him in the kneecap.
Go for it.
I don't want to kill him. I want him to. I want some answers from this guy.
Keep in mind that if you're
the
trying to do
main-
subdue damage, this will you have to do it with a melee weapon rather than a ranged weapon.
I can't target a non-vital point of the body.
No, in this instance, no. Well, you can, just if you go over a set amount of health, it will instantly, like, kill them.
That's a
He's still with
15.
him.
That's a
15.
hits.
Okay.
So I'll say for
yeah.
for non-vital here, what I'll do, you will do half damage. If you still knock them to 0, this will kill them.
Okay. All right then. I will. Is there any way I could guarantee that chance by maybe using a melee weapon instead, or could I?
Melee weapon will guarantee it.
Okay, I will try that then. So I will.
It would still hit.
So I whack the handle off with my gun, and then I'm going to draw a
Stalker
stalker blade, and I'm going to use the butt of it to whack him in the side of the head as
And do
hard as
subdue
I
damage.
can.
Okay, so go ahead and roll damage for
Yeah,
Stalker
so-
Blade.
That would actually change the to hit to a 12.
A 12 just hits.
It's a +7. Oh, okay. So I actually don't have that much damage with these little blades, but it's better than nothing. 1d4 plus 4. Oh, there you are. Trixie d4s. That is 1 plus 4 is 5 points of damage.
Okay, the individual is unconscious.
Cool.
Kirv.
Mortar will then sit on the body.
Okay. Kirv.
Okay. So just to check, what can I actually gather about this person?
They are robed in grey and silver robes, matching a description which Vinny was potentially looking for. The individual is what looks to be relatively small, kind of not necessarily hunched, but kind of small, holding a dagger up, completely cloaked and hooded. You cannot make out many of their features, bar what looks to be maybe a calloused hand, suggesting work or labour in previous lines, perhaps.
Right. I would like to reach out, grab the sort of collar.
Sorry, I forgot. They go before you, so that they're going to make an attack.
Fuck.
Does a 16 hit you?
My AC is 16, so does it beat it?
Oh,
Your AC is 16, so it will hit, unfortunately, yeah. I forgot. You're also still technically prone because you were surprised, so that will give them advantage, which means their sneak attack goes off.
yikes.
You take 15 points of piercing damage.
I think it's about time we all start sleeping with our armor on, you know?
I mean, Mortar more or less does anyway. He stinks.
Those of you who are wearing lighter armor, you are able to sleep with your armor on. Those who are wearing heavy armor, like Damian, cannot. This is something which, with that, it will generate exhaustion if you should do so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
May I continue?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you've taken 15 points of damage, but it's your turn.
I'd like to do something before I die.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yes, so I would like to reach out and grab the collar of their cloak.
Okay.
And I would like to cast Cursed Binding.
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check for me.
Why?
Because actually, make this investigation. Sorry.
You nearly turned my Pepsi burp into a Pepsi vomit with that reaction. Oh my word.
So this will be an investigation check here.
You're gonna nat 20.
Nat 20. You reach for
Touch like
the,
their knuckles.
you reach for the collar of the individual, and your hand passes through it and grabs clothes beneath. It's an illusion.
Oh, okay.
An illusion?
Yeah, and someone who's
Absolutely.
drunk can't see through illusions while he's drunk and has disadvantage on those checks.
Despite the fact I can see through illusions anyway.
Yeah, no, I know.
Hilarious.
You didn't know. You were just there like, this person's attacking me. Bang.
Oh, fuck this guy. I'm a fucking door handle
Yeah,
first.
it was just a dude standing in your room, just you like, they're wearing robes and everything.
Oh, this shit is so evil. He wears a robe.
Okay. So you were
It's a
casting
robe.
Curse Binding on them?
Yes.
Okay. What save is that?
Constitution.
That is no. They
Yeah,
fail.
I thought so.
Okay, so this stops them from.
They are grappled and cannot attack for the duration until a successful strength save, and it lasts up to a minute.
Okay. Okay, so I'll have to do that on their next turn. Okay.
Right. Can I ask them something? Do
Go
I have
for it.
time for that? I ask, who are you?
They do not reply. Unsurprisingly.
Robert.
Not.
Intimidation.
You can't just shout intimidation. They're the ones who attacked you with
I
knives.
intimidate. I intimidate.
I feel like Kirv should have just a constant aura of vicious mockery on. Just her look just gives people vicious mockery.
Nah, that'd be way too powerful. Alright, Romulus
No.
is going to make his attack. Oh no, they make their attack against Romulus first. Before he can rage! Haha! That hits. Just. Alright. As they pull out another knife, the other one being bent, Romulus takes 15 points of piercing damage. Putting him to 32, which makes me think that quite a lot of you are very badly injured.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, and Romulus
Yeah.
Romulus is then going to stand up, and he is going to swing his halberd, and he is going to do and what would you like him to do? Just take down the guy, knock unconscious? What do you
I've
want?
already got one. I've already got one captive. Don't worry about it.
I think-
Romulus
I
would
think-
probably just wipe out, wouldn't he? Really?
All right, so
Yeah,
he's going to
decapitate
reckless.
him.
If we all know
Uh,
each other are in some danger, then he'd probably take his one down first and try and
Yeah,
check
that's
the attack.
true. And he'd be using stagger. Yes, re-rolling
very scared
that.
about
Does it? Okay, so that would be a 3. So for him, that would be with stagger a 16 damage. The individual collapses, and they are dead. Okay,
Nice.
so Vinny, yours is down. Mortar, yours is unconscious. Kirv, your guy is going to attempt to break free. That is a fail. What would you like to do?
I really want to try and get some answers out of this guy. So is it possible for me to do a intimidation thing and try and get something out of them?
Go for it.
All right. I'd like to say, well, if you guys were worth your soil, then you wouldn't be attacking us in the middle of the night while we're sleeping, like cowards. So what are you doing here?
The individual doesn't reply.
What? You don't even want me to roll an intimidation?
Maybe you can't reply. Maybe you can't reply.
Oh, that's a
maybe
point.
that's
That's a point.
What if he's been geesed? What if the man is infested with geese?
I just hear Mortar just going crazy in the next room.
In the next room.
Geese!
So,
This man is full of geese.
I will say with these two out for the
Pull
count.
down the cloak hood and it's a goose.
So, you try to pull down the cloak and hood. It doesn't exist. It's an illusion. But
Yeah,
are you
The goose.
killing the individual? Are you knocking them out? Are you just going to leave them in the room?
Oh, sorry. Is it hanging up on me of what I do to whether we're ending?
Yeah, because right now all of them have been taken care of by yours. So I just want to know if there's anything you want to do.
It's not going to answer. Then
What would Kirv do?
can I ask? Can you hear me?
There's no reply.
I'm gonna hurt you if you don't answer me.
There is no reply.
Well, I'll take that as consent. Attack roll. Can
I will say in this instance that the individual is helpless enough, and that it will kill them.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Cat,
We'll take that as-
as you look back into the room, you see the crystal has otherwise exploded outwards, the lotus taking effect, digging in shards into this individual, and they are on the ground, collapsed, not moving.
Okay. I'm gonna
Damian bursts
go
out
over.
of his door and otherwise has a look at you. Blood you can see on his mace as he seemed to have been attacked as well. You can hear sounds of other fighting, gunshot, not gunshot, but a breaking sound and stabbing. You hear the sound of magic and the shouting of questioning, followed by a swift cut of from a scythe, and you can hear Romulus otherwise fighting in the end room before he bursts through the door, otherwise looks down the corridor holding stagger, seeing you in place.
Okay, I'm gonna go in the room. Cat, this guy is evil as far as Cat's concerned. So, as I'm walking up to his body, so, you want souls? I don't know how you do this. I'm gonna put my corrupted hand on the creature.
Okay.
Oh.
You put your hand on the creature and you feel almost this chewing sensation from your hand. And then there's a moment of almost relief as you feel this pulse run up your arm and into your eye. And there's this sudden, like, almost neck shiver before you snap your head to one side, and there's almost a level of satisfaction within you.
Oh, I hate that though. Okay,
Ew, cat.
the
Cat's got
cat's like,
cuties.
Cat's really like creeped out by this, but she'd rather it be people that weren't innocent, women and kids, so that's all she's thinking about. She's got to protect all the innocent people.
Oh yeah.
They put it upon.
Okay.
And as this happens, she's gonna activate calm emotion on Cychania.
Okay. And you calm
Did
yourself.
I get any memories from consuming it? Out of curiosity.
No.
Okay.
Also, we forgot to do your
That's
wild
the
magic
thing.
for Crystal Lotus, so go ahead and give me a roll
Yes,
for that,
we
by the way.
did. Oh, wonderful.
Chris, sorry, that's the point then. Did this creature have, or this thing, have a intelligence of 4 or
15, we're
higher?
good.
Yes, it did.
It
Oh,
did.
that's-
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
So, as you're all beginning to collect yourselves, is there anything anybody would like to do?
I would like to restrain the one that's in my room with my rope
Okay.
for my adventurer's pack.
You restrain
I'm-
them in your room. You're beginning to see a bit more through the illusion, and you can see what looks to be kind of a rough dwarven fellow. Not the one that you saw from downstairs, a different one. You can see he's a little... no. Sorry, Kirv had the dwarven fellow, didn't you? Yeah.
I had the tall
With the-
one.
You had the tall one, yeah. You can see what looks to be almost a lanky-looking humanoid, or human individual.
Okay. I'm going to tie the rope specifically around his neck.
Okay.
And have tip the bed on the end of the rope, so if he tries to run, there's going to be it's not going to be a good time for him if he
Okay.
wakes up. But I would like to try to probe his mind, since I can detect that there is an intelligence of 4 or higher, and this ability lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. You probe their mind. Does that have any checks to go with it? Any saves on their part?
I don't know, and I don't know how that would equate to them being unconscious, if they could make saves or not, Chris. I don't know.
Let
I do not know how that would work.
Let me double check.
It would be telepathic intrusion. No, not telepathic intrusion.
This is
specific
spatial
for that.
awareness.
This would be spatial awareness, yes. I think that's the
Um,
intelligence save, I think.
Let me quickly double check.
4 features. Oh no, so thought, scour, blah, blah, blah.
Voltant. No, it doesn't let you read
Yeah,
their
spatial-
mind at all with spatial awareness. It just lets you learn of conscious creatures and their
Mhm.
yeah, it just
I'm
lets
con-
you learn their location with spatial awareness. It doesn't actually tell you any information regarding their thoughts.
Oh, okay.
My next path is, because Mortar's the only one that's not come out of his room or isn't thingy, I'm going to check on him, because it's the first door.
You go over to the door, the handle is busted.
Okay, time for specialist equipment. So, Chania, let's knock!
Mortar is lent up against the door.
Mortar is thrown
Sorry, it's
backwards by a
breathing
24
heavily.
against the door.
Yeah, he's sitting against the door.
I am a
So
specialist
do what you're
against
gonna
door.
do what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Cat punches the door with Chania.
Yeah, so Chania, getting a nice and happy 24, smashes through the door as the door is swung open, the lock gone from it, and Mortar, you hit the back wall before kind of looking around, going, another assassin! And it's just Cat inside Chania.
Mortar, you okay?
The figure seems to be tied up, but you can only see the ropes partially through the illusion.
Mortar nods and stands up and says, "That was unexpected. Everybody else okay?"
Well, everyone's kind of come out of their room from... no, except
uh,
for one, but...
Sorry.
No, carry on.
I was going to say, Kirv, she slowly opens her door. Blood is all over her scythe, and blood is coming out of her chest, and she doesn't look good. She does not look
Yeah,
good.
a lot of you are
But
very
she's-
badly injured.
Yeah.
I'm not bloodied.
Around.
Mortar-
Well, look at you.
Mortar goes to run over to Kirv to check if she's okay, and immediately his legs give out from under him, and he falls on his knees and looks at the wound in his chest as well, as he is also very hurt.
Stay still a second.
You hear the sound of
Um,
movement from other rooms. As doors are opened, you can see individuals otherwise looking out into the hallway, seeing what's happening. You see the innkeeper otherwise bolt up the door and or up the stairs and otherwise stand in the hallway looking out, with all of you, like some of you covered in blood. What happened here?
They
That's
obviously
your
didn't
establishment.
understand the rule of no fighting inside.
Who's they?
Mortar points to the hooded illusory figure that he's tied up with the noose around his neck.
As you otherwise turn back, the illusion is gone.
Oh, bollocks!
And you see
No,
what
the
looks to
illusion's
be
gone.
the illusion's gone, not the person. The person is there, a otherwise thin humanoid figure wearing simple kind of night clothes, the dagger in hand to one side, as they otherwise kind of lie slumped, knocked out and there.
Looks at this person. Is there anything? Was there anything about? You noticed specifically that they were incredibly, like their attack was very strong. Probably because they're just out of the shadows. Are these just common people?
As each of you look into your rooms, you see workmen, common people, and Cat, in your case, a child. As each of you look into your rooms, you see commoners, people with 4 hit points, a dagger in hand, the illusion gone, no cloaks, no shadows, no nothing. 5 of them are dead. Their throats slit, crushed, killed. The innkeeper sees this, and people within the inn begin to murmur as the innkeeper stops at one of them, and notably, Romulus is looking mortified at this as the innkeeper moves over and kneels down before the barmaid the night before, and the innkeeper begins to cry hysterically. Not hysterically.
No, hysterically.
Begins to... Does it work? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He begins to cry
Yeah.
hysterically in this moment, and the sounds of the commotion seem to be drawing attention from other places within Nimbaro. And that
Guys, we should go.
is where we're going to end our session for tonight.
Fuck you.
So as the party kill a bunch of innocent commoners and children, with this incident taking place, we'll leave this and just see what they do next week as they try to round up this situation.
We're gonna kill more
Thank you
kids.
for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We're gonna kill